constantly.
Right.
It was constantly in the face of the enemy team. I think everyone now like knows that Sabrosa is going to be doing that, so they'll play around that information and not try to, you know, kind of expose themselves a little too much. But here we go now. Maybe this could be an opportunity for the push, but another.
This is Fossil Nation, home of the Fossilites, major fossils, family and friends.
Blades, so if they were to
Welcome
push, they will be
to the dig site.
met with some knives right in the chest very quickly. But this is going to allow Wardell to fast rotate around.
Yeah, they have a little bit of info already from Zoms in mid. So he can do what he can. I'm sorry, not Zoms. Oh, yeah, Zoms. I was just like, wait, what? Did you say that?
Yeah, you know, it's actually crazy going back to casting with this without the
HUD,
the overlay. You know, like it's
you just like second guessing yourself all the time. Shazam takes out Sabrosa. That's actually a huge frag. The retake ability for the Rays is
Yes, we're gonna play some Battlefield 5. Played a little yesterday, gonna play some more today. Sit back, relax, enjoy.
Wardell answers back, like you said, knives to the chest, but he's looking right for the nose, and he gets one there. Hayes down to Shazam, and this is ult for ult here as we see what kind of trades we can get.
Oh, he's got him. Dapper had his back. Dapper had his back, and no one could swing because he was hitting the Hunter's Fury at the back of B site. So there was just no way for him to be able to go and support. But perhaps Hayes could clutch it. No.
I'm your host,
Dapper
Major
instead.
Fossil, not just any fossil, the Major Fossil.
Whew. Wow.
Dapper indeed. This man's looking good.
Yeah, there is just. This is a
And restream
cover
IO.
because that allowed Hayes to get into mid.
And
You're
no, I am
always
not sponsored. But
expecting
that's
it. You're
just
just
the products I
expecting them to
use.
Maybe
Looking
do
at
the
some things
cutoff so
down the
that
track.
If you try to take space in mid, you'll get stopped over at the back. But no, this is looking good for TSM.
Cutler with a frag for himself here. Sinatra.
So this is a live stream. Hope everyone has
Gonna
fun.
get a nice shock dart on for some
Don't play
damage,
this
and they
enough.
have a good hold
It's a great game.
on this. The retake from TSM now. They have the Rays. They
Well, let's go.
have their flashes in the Phoenix.
We need to capture and hold as many objectives
Come
as
into
possible.
this now.
Shazam had guns to be able to trade out, but instead it's going to be a trade in kills, though. Nice.
Oh!
Good for TSM.
They got me.
But they don't have time working in their favor. Sinatra doesn't
Yes.
get tagged from it.
It is a great time.
He's still gonna have to deal with Sick and Sick waiting in the wings.
We'll watch one of our allies here.
Golden Boy, the things that are
And he's
turning
Spitfire
these
from the looks of it.
rounds, the sonar not catching him. Oh my word! you
He's
gotta be kidding.
flying high. And he's gonna dive, is he?
That's some wild stuff, actually. You know,
1,000.
just like we saw last game, you didn't peek the corner. I did. I thought I peeked the corner. You just shoot a dart there. I did shoot a dart there. You know.
I can't join him, of
The
course,
things you
because
think
this is
were
a
100%
single
check.
seated plane.
Nope.
Where was that?
Oh, watch out for that
Is that
tree,
dart at the
George.
top of the box?
It sandwiched itself just above the box,
Oof,
like in the corner there, the box in the wall.
you hate to see it, kids.
Yep. You hate to. You hate to, and you love to. 7-0.
Well, there's some
now. May
aerobatic
we get
flying.
another one for a 13-0. These are pretty unheard of, honestly. We got one during first strike from Vision Strikers, but otherwise, nope. And now we may get a second one here for JDL.
Let's deploy.
Cup as we start this one
Okay,
off. A quick
all
teleport into Boathouse, and Dom starts with Sabrosa for first blood.
And that provides them all the coverage that they need in order to get into the B site. Spike will be planted. TSM, despite having 4 players left alive, are going to be on the eco, so they'll have weaker weapons. And Shazam is hearing a lot of movement happening here. He's just baiting that one out, waiting for the prime opportunity to go for the shot there. Cutler, only player left standing. 2 shock darts and a stinger, but 4
dear.
players, Sentinels, they're sending it. They're pressing W, and they get the kill.
I forgot what the stinger says in that skin line. It's really funny. So it should say like intimidate or something like that.
Well, you know, the stinger is
We're going to A, are we?
The Stinger is.
No, the Stinger is absolutely nasty.
No, maybe
so
the
in the
E.
beginning, there was somebody at Riot that always just it was kind of annoying because a CS player, you're like, please, like, stop buying enough, dude. Like, let's win. You know, it's not. There's so much more to offer there. It's just, if you are in someone's face with rapid fire, it's a win. And then you see Rainless using that, and it's just even more of a win. Because if you're purple, you're not going to die. You're firing faster. But I digress. With 2 quickly in the beginning, and they go 2 for 2 right back and forth, but it's a huge percentage drop on this one, and they continue to take this round for themselves. He has 4 down. Oh my god. He didn't have anywhere to move. Shot dart. No.
He had no choice but to accept his fate risk. That was he had no choice. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
And I'm down. They snuck up behind us.
I'm in part
We are at war.
The donut.
the donut somebody to play because it looks like the Homer Simpson's donut.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be cool if they made a microphone gun buddy.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
You got the contact. Take it.
Oh, you know, Rib asked today that we should get. Let's do that.
Oh, they might actually find him. They might find. Oh, it's the Rosa. Ah,
Ooh.
tough.
Big. I mean, he gets the money, but he'd probably rather have a gun at this point.
Yeah, the way that this one's going has not been pretty. Let's take a look at that round again. Players just get set up for the next round of play here. Yeah, he goes to every round, and I'm actually shocked that you would come out of that dark cover there. You know, there's not really much of a reason for you to do so unless you're. That dark cover.
Oh, he got me!
Doesn't leave you many options for movement, right? Like,
Yeah, it's really finicky.
yeah. Uh-oh.
Where would they run, though? Oh, that was a little low. We'll just chalk that up to not happening.
Sinatra still got the hit though.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. And he's going to drone forward, so the team will get a little bit of ground. Everybody in full hide.
Yeehaw! Oh!
Enough to open.
No!
And Drone is saying, hey, we're not leaving anything up to chance. If I have a possibility to grab a kill here, that's going to happen. But Sentinels getting the first frag across the map, knowing that it's going to be a default already.
I was hoping to see TSM maybe get a few frags on the cut, but it just did not happen. As they were pushing out of there, and now they'll be able to get A. Look out for the flank, though. They have a front fire protection there, and Savona's also getting kicked on the other side, too.
And it's a dogfight and a half here today, boys and girls. Thrill seekers.
Basically a Sentinels. They seem like that team.
All right, where can we go?
Just
What do we do?
Onto the map. Nobody really knows what strats to run, and they have a book already.
I like that, a Sentinel. At first, it sounds like you're saying Sentinels like in a weird sentence. Like you're not saying the Sentinels. You're saying, oh, it's just a
No, that didn't work. Why was that?
But
There
then,
we
you
go.
know, as you look at the context of the situation, it makes more sense.
Absolutely.
Oh, I actually really like that deep flash play, but this is literally the thing that they needed to do. They needed to, TSM needed to try and push forward and try and force back.
Oh!
Giving up body
That
in
wasn't-
the process. And a huge one, too, because Wardell goes down. He also had blades. That hurts.
All right,
Hazo
let's-
probably could have waited for the shot,
Let's
but
go
instead goes for it.
revive.
That said, though, they do get a lot of
It's
information.
been a while,
but here
boy.
comes the movement
Thrill
now.
seekers, boys and
Drone's gonna be
girls.
waiting for them with
It's
this
been a little
sheriff, and he
while.
can pop them if they're not careful. No, he gets popped instead.
Way, that was the showstopper going down before it got even used. What's happening right now? Sentinel rolling through TSM once again. Guns back in the hands now. 12th round of our first half. If history repeats itself, pistol rounds.
Okay, you're not lasting too long in this at the moment, Fossil.
Scary.
Till you get your rhythm.
Forgot about that. Oh dear.
Oh man, we still got one more. They can save face here. How much can they save? Here's a little
Dude, that
replay
deep
of what
flash.
happened.
Oh, he got him on the fadeaway shot. Oh, get
Oh,
out of here.
what?
Get out
Had
of here,
it.
Zombie.
Ah,
Make
he's
that
seen me.
shit out of
Okay.
here.
Threw up in my mouth a little.
And of course, communication in these games is a thing. I'm not communicating with the team, which
but it still counts.
probably doesn't help.
All right,
But I
let's
am
go, Golden
streaming,
Boy.
so
Last round of the first half. Let's
do
see what
apologise for
happens
all
on
that.
this
And they're not
one. Those were
randoms.
Were they pushed up enough to already hear that?
This is what they were trying to do last time.
Yeah.
When they ended up getting
Oh, I just walked through the door. Ah, he got me on the roof over there.
Hayes is doing some secret agent tactic trying to get away from it. But Cutler, though, that Hunter's Fury is pretty big. I don't know if they heard they were coming around the flank. Oh, we just had an ninja battle. That was great. Just blaze
That's
on
the Blake.
blaze.
Ah, ha, ha.
It's like a kung fu movie.
I got one.
Players left alive. TSM might be able to
You
win this
son
one
of a
out here,
gun.
Riv.
All right.
It's looking good for them. Watch out for Zoms, though. They do get the kill. Only Zoms left alive. 3 players standing. And that is going to do it. No perfect half for Sentinels.
That's a big one for TSM. They take 11 to 1. And you know what? That round was a message. Here they come. But no, let's see what the triple duelists can do. Would it
I was like, are
not?
you
Would, no,
serious right
would
now?
it
Like,
not
that
be?
round?
Would it not be wild for the triple duelists to come out so hot it cannot be stopped? It's going to keep us on the edge of our seat the entire time. And I'd say, Golden Boy, it'd have to take a lot of follies on the part of Sentinels at this point.
Yeah, it would have to be the strongest throw that you've ever seen. You know, Peyton to Marvin status. You know, like it'd have to be something wild. I not saying that TSM can't force it because they most definitely can.
What? I must have shot between his legs then.
That was-
How's that wall, mate?
Kind of throw that it would have to happen.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. This is a great play. Oh no. Did that nade? No, the nade missed.
Jeez, I'm a little rusty. I mean, I was rusty before being
Oh,
rustier.
that was a beautiful trap.
Oh, that was a
watch
headshot.
out for Log
What happened?
every time. Oh, the
Come
ghost rings true. One more gets him in the shoulder with a little bit of Jenny in between. And this, oh, the quick right click to the face. It's a jumping kill on that one as Shazam floats down softly for the victory. And pistol round to who? Sentinels, you guessed it.
Yeah, now we're in a bad spot because TSM have no choice but to force.
All right, yourself.
They have to if they want to win this, or if they want to come back. They're not even winning it. Just coming back at this point is the best that they could scrounge up here. But yeah, Dapper's whole lockdown and the pathing for the boom bot, the nade, which I'm kind of shocked didn't nade out Logs. I thought he would, but didn't happen.
He's regretting it a little bit for sure. Rushing in on this. Dapper. Again, liking that Ares. The Sakura skin flies through. Can't control it that much. And now the rest of the team is going to be seeing what they can do through the smokes. Wardell on the Bucky. Cutler on the Stinger. They are trying to pull out the Silver funds for this round to keep themselves alive. And Shazam takes down Cutler. Golden Boy, 3v3.
This is very dangerous for TSM, but actually this Bucky could help out. Wardell needs to just commit to an area and just look at it, but the nade's gonna force him out though. Oh no, Sick gets the kill. He's trying to break the vision there with the Cloudburst, but he can't nail the shot. Only one player left alive. Hits the Rosa in a 1v1. Can he clutch it out here? Sinatra though, another clutch player on the other side, and yes, he does. That is going to be GG. Sentinels win 13-1. What is going on in this tournament, Rivington? Because I am blown away.
I am absolutely blown away. What a game and games we have seen today. The blowout that we have been presented. Very unexpected. Vandy.
We're doing Vandy.
Oh, got me.
I hope we get more of this.
I had my hopes up. I don't know what happened. Like, obviously we went into this and we said that it would be a close matchup, right? that was not a close matchup. Sentinels wiped the floor. Golden Boy, you were alluding, saying maybe they've had a little bit of a rough patch. Whatever they've done since First Strike ended to now, I want whatever they're having, you know? That was just completely unstoppable, but I feel like TSM didn't really do themselves any favors as well. The triple duelist didn't work out, especially because they were having to defend first, and maybe the game just snowballed out of control as well. They just didn't have anything to respond with, as you said. The smokes weren't really there. I mean, you try and stop them when you've got the full might of Sentinels there, and it just didn't really work out. Which is what it's all about.
It turns out defending without defense is really hard.
Yeah, who would have thought? You know the old saying,
Well, triple
attacking...
duelist.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, triple duelist is good. It is good in certain instances.
Absolutely.
I think that it's just against Sentinels on defense. That is a hard sell.
Nearly headbutted that fella.
I don't know, man. Just something got into Sentinels here, and I think a lot of it too was Zoms had a lot of great lurking and information grab plays in mid.
God.
Like they knew
Thanks,
exactly
mate.
where TSM were moving time.
You're a
and time
bloody
again.
legend.
Absolutely. I don't think you can understate that at all. Yes,
Ah!
they may have had a little bit of a harder roster that they set themselves up with their agent picks, but I mean, Sentinels, the way they intel gathered was unlike anything, and especially on a map like Ascent, where mid control can be so important. Time and time again, they made sure that they always had an answer for it. Even in the replays, you can see it time and time again.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shot. Oh my word. And it looked
Oh,
red.
the fadeaway
It
shot.
looked fade away. it looked kind of red on the attack side. I think Sentinels are so strong at the retake. Whether they're on defense, whether they're on offense. They are so strong at the retake because of the way that they understand their opponent moving on them at the end of that round. We saw Shazam have Sabrosa basically in his spawn on one of the rounds when the spike was planted, right? He comes out of B. He's always going to be on that rotation. So once they have executed anything they need in the site, instant setup on those flanks, look for Sabrosa. Once we find the raids, it's pretty easy after that.
About kind of unraveling the team, as you said, and then if you get Sabrosa,
Yeah.
it just kind of opens up the point. So that was really well highlighted. You can see the match
And
results is going to be a little bit more skewed towards
we were
Sentinels
defeated,
because
brought
of their
down to our
performance over
ankles.
there, but Sinatra, we were so impressed by the Sova. Golden Boy, I mean, we cannot sing enough praises of how Sinatra played, but
There
I
was
mean,
a lot of
Dapper
explosions,
as well,
wasn't
had
there,
some
Cade?
holds. I think the way the two of them
Yes,
played
there
as
was,
well
he says.
was just really nice to see the teamwork and the team play.
Yeah, and the truth is, Sova is the best agent in the game. I had Sean Riv kind of talk me down on this. I was like arguing as we were prepping for First Strike. I was like, no, Omen's the best in the game. And then they were like, think about everything that Sova does. And then we saw what
Let's
Hiko,
continue.
you
I've
know,
got 3
managed to
more
do with it. And
new
even then,
team.
so,
I'm not talking to
Sinatra
yous, I'm
was
sorry,
the one,
boys and
initially
girls,
really
thrill
leading the
seekers,
charge. If we think back all the way to PAX Invitational,
streaming
I wanna say,
this.
the amazing
You can
was it, OT game on Haven.
see the old fossil
a lot of that was
on
Sinatra
Facebook
hitting
Gaming,
these crazy
Twitch,
arrows with the
and
shock
YouTube.
dart. Like he has this agent down on lock. It's just incredible that he can also play the entries too. But he had such a strong start. Third round
Starting to
here
warm
he
up a
had
bit.
Hunter's Fury,
Yeah.
and then that just set the tone for that whole game. It just wasn't really much that TSM could do to try and play catch up here.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned Sova. I think as well, he's just become, you said he is one of the best, and he is. I think he's one of the agents as well that has and can have the most skill disparity with others, obviously being in that group, between players. Because you see people honing their dark skills. It's not a nade that will splash things. We see how good they can be with
No, I think I'll
Gangsta's
stick with what
arrows,
I've
with
got.
Pico's arrows, with Sinatra's arrows, and more shock darts
new
hitting
stuff
out
to-
over time,
from the
and
looks of it.
everyone getting better. So I can't wait to see how much better and how much
Let's go.
min-maxing each agent gets as balance is on.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really interesting that you kind of highlight, yes, Omen is always like the go-to, almost close to 100% pick rate in all regions, right? Like
yeah.
that is the meta. But then Sova on certain maps, as you say, can make or break a successful team. First kill matrix, I mean, even the kill matrix, it didn't really tell us anything that we didn't already know, hence why we didn't really draw more attention to it. But I think what we really take out of this is, again, I was kind of coming in thinking TSM might have been a little bit more favored. My eyes are well open now. I mean, I am definitely a Sentinels fan with the way that they played, at least on Ascent. Keen to see how they go if they do manage to make it through to the play-ins tomorrow, how they kind of go from there. So it's all about the long run, but for now, the best of ones, like, I am a fan for sure.
Objective Able is now
As
under
well
Well,
our
that's what
control.
the format does. It makes you a fan, and it's also the best game. So, you know, there you go.
So I'm gonna have a lot of merch, is what you're telling me. Like I can see it. Next up as well, of course, we're gonna have another match. We will jump to another break, but of course, even before that, we do have our JBL Quantum giveaway. So this is, of course, where the boys who keep showing off their headsets. If you'd like your chance to win the headset, all you need to do, the bot will tell you in chat, but enter hashtag JBL Quantum in the chat. You have a chance to win the headset, but also some 100 Thieves merchandise. So it's win-win-win, as we like to say here. And I love the RGB effect. Like, it's just so good. Gotta get me one of those.
And
Very
you'll
nice.
never put them on wrong, ever.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, leave it to me. I'll find a way. You know, one day. One day.
Okay. So for our off-stream results as well, team results, so we've got Team Envy and they're 10-2 at the moment, so kind of keen to see how that's going to be going as well. So it's really interesting to see how this day has been playing out. We've had lots of ups, downs, a couple of surprises as well. Like for me personally, I thought this was going to go to overtime, but we didn't really get that, but it keeps us guessing, doesn't it? We still have plenty more Valorant action to bring you. We'll be jumping to a short little break, but don't go anywhere for our next match. It's gonna be Cloud9 versus Gen G.
Oh, I'm down. It went to single shot. Oh, what?
Hostiles are attacking Objective Baker.
JBL presents the sounds of victory.
Oh, where did that? Right behind me. Thanks, mate.
Gaming headsets.
The first time you sit down, it is loud. There are fans screaming and chanting, drowning out the call-outs from your teammates. I mean, you are not in Kansas anymore. We're in the finals, trying to find the last player, finally take him out. People are screaming. It felt like I'm underwater. All this self-doubt that I had just seemed like it was washed away by the tide. Listening to myself, I feel like it's a soundtrack in my head through every step of my career.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Yanis, and this is my JBL pregame ritual.
Damn, the objective is lost!
Catch Z's so you don't catch L's.
Toss a grenade!
Fish calm, make everything sound.
Oh, what?
Knock knock.
We have secured Objective Easy. We have
Big game
secured
hype
control of
is key.
Objective Charlie.
Set
Be
the
sure we
vibes
keep
and
it.
keep your game face on. Let's get it.
Hi everyone, it's Brooke AB and I'm super excited to be partnering with JBL this year
Secured control of Objective Charlie.
Quantum gaming headsets. I've been using this pair of JBL Quantum ones since about April, and the active noise cancellation is super impressive, especially with Nadeshot next door yelling all day long. The JBL Quantum have
Oh,
just
what?
beginning for JBL, so keep an eye out for more, and good luck to all the amazing competitors from around the world.
Anybody hear me? Reloading!
What happened then? I don't know. Unbelievable. Some of that shooting is unbelievable.
We've secured objective Baker. We have taken objective Able.
We have the objective.
Behind! Oh, got two of us there. Oh, mate, sorry.
Objective Charlie is under attack. We can't let them take the initiative.
Ha ha! They're everywhere.
Objective Charlie is being taken by the enemy. We've lost control of objective Baker.
Oh, right where I've got to spawn. What the? Very good. They are very good.
Welcome back from the break to the JBL Quantum Cup. We are currently covering the Valorant group stages. We just had TSM versus Sentinels. And
I thought it was far enough back, but obviously was not.
So that was a little bit of a shocker to all of us, but my name is Vanny, and I'm joined by my awesome casters, Rivington and Golden Boy. How are we feeling? I mean, I was asking how your energy levels were, but I mean, like, how are we feeling in terms of having an upset now for the day? We've had almost everything. We just got our little checklist and we're going through it.
Yeah, we're getting it all. And also, Vandy, guess what?
What?
Some more cheeky bans on social media. That's right, folks. Sentinels with a fire tweet just tweeted, buried him with a picture of first FK respect, the TSM's logo, and an op. Oh,
To your right, to your right.
Holding on to that one for at least a few weeks now. You know?
Thank you.
But like, that is a wild conclusion. I honestly don't even know what's going on in this tournament. These results are insane. Like, nothing. The only thing that we know is like 100 Thieves have been playing really well and they won their game, but just the way they won their game and who they won that way again. It's like this tournament's upside down. We are in the upside down. We're in an episode straight.
Oh, I do love me some good upside down. But let's have a closer look at how our groups have played off stream before we jump to the break. It was Team Envy versus Time In. We've got the results of that one, so it went 13-2 in the favor of Team Envy. And now, of course, coming up, we do have Cloud9 versus Gen G, so we'll bring that one there. But Cloud9 has been one that we're very, very excited to see, right, Riv?
Yeah, Golden mentioned it earlier. Leaves the stand-in right now. Shinobi has left the roster. So seeing what Team Envy is stepping up as the in-game leader is going to be big. I remember doing a roundtable with Cloud9 talking to Vice, saying like, hey, Vice, you played with these guys before. What was going to the team again? Was that, hey, we're buds, let me on the team? Or was that a tryout? And it was a tryout, so he must be building himself up within that team to have the confidence to be in-game leader.
Boy, what are your thoughts on Cloud9? I know we can't contain your excitement for them, not only just about Leaf, but also one of their standout players that you said take a closer look at. So Vice, that Riv was just touching on, what makes him such a standout player?
Well, yeah, it's because he's going to be stepping into a new role, right? Previously, Shinobi was the in-game leader for Cloud9. He has been released from the roster, and they're going to be playing with a stand-in in Leaf. But we'll talk more about him for right now. Looking at the stats and everything, as far as the highlight is concerned, right? Stats-wise, like, Vice is a good hand, and you're always going to expect good results from him for the most part. But it's going to be the role, as I mentioned, that he is now going to be playing with the team, the in-game leader. And how do they work around that? What are the plays that they execute on? Or are we just going to be seeing more of the same with this reliance on Tens being that guy that just opens up sites for them and creates all this space, and then, you know, it's like from there it becomes the 10 show. I don't want that anymore. I want to see a more fuller, rounder Cloud9 that really uses every piece. And I think with the addition of Leaf, could actually bring that to the table. But they're going to have a lot in their hands with Gen G, because they are, you know, a very tenured team in this game.
I like that you've already alluded to our next point as well, Gen G's roster, and in particular GMD. So one play that we've got our eye on, and why is that? What makes GMD such a formidable foe against Cloud9?
He's a kind Canadian to start off, already puts him high on a lot of people's lists. But yeah, Command has been around the scene for a long time. A really good head on his shoulders, very smart player, impact player as well. And you can see him a lot of the time from mid to late game on the round, doing what the team needs and getting quite a few flank frags.
It's good to see. We do need that in players, and I think something that we've also had a common theme of today is lots of players coming in from different FPS titles, but it's always been to the benefit of the team to have that experience. We've had Counter-Strike players, Fortnite players, PUBG players, even things like, what's the other one? Overwatch players, a big one as well.
Overwatch and Apex.
Apex players. I think it's really nice to see how teams have adapted and also just use the wealth of knowledge, because they're not necessarily the same type of game. Valorant, of course, as we know, is a tactical FPS, a tactical shooter. Counter-Strike, people say, is similar. It's a blend of Counter-Strike and Overwatch. But it's really interesting to see that teams with the CS pros aren't necessarily always the best. It gives them a leg up in terms of mechanics, but then I guess they have to delve into strategies. So I'm kind of wondering, what are some of the strengths of each of these teams? We kind of talked about the players. What about the team strengths?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, for Gen G, most definitely, it is that teamwork, right? They are a team that throughout all of their appearances in a variety of different tournaments, they, like, for example, we saw GMD bust out Bleach on Split during a...
Oh, too many for me to take on.
That was a cool thing, because you're starting to see that this roster, you're starting to blend strats and think outside of the box, and then you start to see that happen more and more, which is awesome, right? They kind of help set that trend a little bit. So expect them to do that, to play around with those key agent picks and then try and execute as well as they can. For Cloud9, the story has and will forever be TenZ. He is in many regards, for many people, when they make a list of the top 5 players of Valorant, TenZ is more than likely sitting at the top of those lists because he is a god-tier all-around player. He can rifle, he can op, he can entry, he can do whatever he needs to do. But the difference is, though, is that I feel like Gen G, they have a very complete roster, and with the addition, excuse me, of I'm drawing a blank on it real fast. Sean, sorry, from Sean from Moon Raccoons. I think they've started to fill that out even more, whereas Cloud9 still continues to have that trouble finding their identity. Right now, they got to build around it.
Oh, they got me!
That was actually a really good summary of like where each team can expect to shine.
Nailed it.
I do, yeah, absolutely nailed it. Could not agree more.
I'll just go. I'm gonna take a break.
Riv's gone. He's like, thanks.
Okay.
It's just the show. No, but Riv, I need you because we're actually going to dive in a little bit towards Cloud9's map stats. I'm saying that 3 times nice and fast. Because I want you to kind of take us through this. What's something that we can is fine, less than win rate, but Ascent way up there.
Yeah, they've been able to work Ascent as Cloud9's kind of be a set.
Didn't even see him.
Execute with 10 composition if he can get room to work with. Ascent is all about having room to work with. It's a giant map.
All right, I'll be on an intermission. I'll be right back.
If you can execute in tenders on the front line, that's big for the team, and they're really able to work off of that quite a bit, as Golden Boy said. So I'm even excited to see that they do have a switch up in the roster. Maybe outweigh the fact that TenZ is carrying all the time and not having just a few people hitting great shots after that, like Mitch and a few other players. So yeah, Ascent's going to be big for them if they can find it. And we see that for Gen G as well. They're just, like Golden Boy said, well-rounded in the stats show.
I'm wondering though, will we get more of a tactical map choice? Because we saw on the flip side for Cloud9, I mean, not the strongest on bind, but I mean, 20 games doesn't really give us the full picture, but a less than 50% win rate when you're looking at 70%, 60% maybe shows that they might not be as confident, maybe thinking that we'll see a map ban there, have to wait and see, but we do have them ready, so we might as well jump into that. And then, Golden Boy, I want you to kind of take us through, what can we gain from this? It's going to be a split, and Gen G will start on defense.
Oh, I like this one a lot. So first split of the day, always a pleasure to see this map in rotation. As far as Gen G getting defense first, I mean, we'll have to see what they decide to bust out strat-wise here. I do feel like they can. We're more than likely going to get the breach for them. They were also doing that in the UMG close qualifiers, so that we're going to get that out of them. Honestly, I'm interested in what happens with Leaf. What role is he going to be fitting? Because now they're going to have a strong rifle on their side in C9. Does it change up compositions a little bit? Like, I was looking at previous results, and I also misspoke too. Sean came from Serenity, which also has been kind of seen uptick here as well. Like, we got new additions to the teams that are kind of adding new wrinkles to this. But here we go, and nothing really all that shocking for Gen G. Meanwhile, on the other side, Leaf is going to go for the breach. Okay, and TenZ more than likely with Jet, I would imagine.
You were wondering where...
So. Oh, you're right. Sean was a stand-in there. Okay, that's what I was trying to think.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
You were wondering where Leaf was going to kind of fit into all of this in terms of being able to have this agent for hire, this rifle for hire. It's going to be interesting to see exactly where on split he plays on the breach. But gentlemen, I'm going to leave you to this. Of course, it's going to be Cloud9 versus Gen G on split with your casters, Rivington and Golden Boy. Take it away for us.
Thank you so much, Mandy. And there's just been so much movement for a lot of these teams in the 5th through 16 range in North American Valorant. So always getting new players, jumping around, and I'm really looking forward to seeing some more Sean. Always a joy to see him in action. But also, as I've been saying a lot, is Leaf. Leaf has been the talk of the town as of late.
I'm ready for some honeymoon phase here from Cloud9. I want to see some just out of this world stuff. They're feeling good. It's a vibe from them. I think a lot of the fans want to see it too, at least, just to see them come out, play strong, do the Cloud9 that the fans know, and see them frag out pretty hard. Gen G as well. I mean, I'm sure that everybody's waiting to see them come back to show that they are still a top team here in North America. So we're going to get another wild BO1 here for your JBL Quantum Cup. Starting off on split, Golden Boy. I like the squads. We got the 2 raises, we got Breach, and a change in Sentinels for either side. Is it going to be a B Heaven hit? 10s on the front line.
Oh, and actually, Sean, he was not anticipating the tailwind to fly in, and instead 10s. It's just so much that GMD had to worry about, and also the switch up there too. GMD playing the Omen. That's the thing about Gen G. They're always going to be playing new things and trying out new different, new compositions, new roles,
new crosshairs. What was that, Gwen?
Oh no, Sean gets 10s with that blast pack. Still does damage. You still have to respect it.
Slow play here. A lot of low health coming in from the Gen G side. They're looking to just pry anybody out of their position. Now, these shots are to say, hey, maybe they're shooting at my teammate, all peek, no one's fighting, except for a quick 1-for-1 there, dropping the site. Will they be able to actually get this lead? Comes up.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
And this is
let's have a look.
Where
are we going to go?
Gen G perseveres
let's
with
join
very
some allies
low
here.
HP
Head
on
B.
the way for pistol round reset.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, that could have gone either way. Leaf already showing his value here for Cloud9.
Something's missing, Fossil.
Taking a look. So yeah,
What have we
GMD
here?
and Mikhail have swapped. Mikhail
Here
was
again!
playing the Omen, and GMD would normally play Breach. Again, some change-ups here. And I think this is the perfect opportunity to do it. What a shot. That's classic right. I hate it, but it never worked for me, but I love watching us these.
So many people get one, and it's 120 damage from across the map, and you're like, wait a minute, what?
How does this make sense?
How does this make any sense? I love it. Leaf has a sensation line. It's one of my favorite. So colorful. Makes me happy. He's cruising around. Everybody does. Look at him. Love it. A little bit of everything here. Yeah.
Money has been. Oh, wait a minute.
Victory!
Mitch,
Woo!
I believe, is deep inside. Yes, he is. Hanging
A little bit of victory here and there.
That turret was going to be his friend there to give him any intel.
Yeah.
That spike still being there.
Congratulations
Now
to the
we're
best
gonna get a
squad.
rotation happening. They were looking at G4.
Visual
They didn't quite get what
Dreamer.
they wanted. Look out though
Should
for
be
Evan, because there's some activity, and Relic is going to be leading the charge here.
Surprised to see nobody going through mid.
I'm gonna be careful what I say.
Oh, hold that. Oh, actually, okay, I see. They are there.
let's
Relics there,
continue.
you said. I read the map completely incorrect for a second.
Capture and hold
Yeah,
the flags.
you can
I
have
love
control
this
over
game.
the zip line, beautifully done. Coming around out of screens. Come on.
Oh, that's big.
Oh,
That's a
big
huge one.
blind. Just hopping through. Leave trying to play hopscotch to get himself the elbow. Not going to work as Mitch answers back. Now Mikhail in the sight, one with the Spectre, and that's going to be a gun in the hands of Vice. Calling the shots. What can he do from
Hang on.
sight? He goes down to just a sliver as he still has to get the spike down.
Can they do it? I mean, they know that they moved him away, and that
How
nade
do
was going to
you-
be enough.
Oh,
So
boy.
spike goes down. Actually, Tens is going to be there to back him up. Finally, he's going to get
How
cleaned
do you
up.
give
Vice
command to
with HP,
someone
knows exactly
else?
where these players are going to be located. Both of them are still alive. He goes for the shot, Vice, but instead he's going to whiff it. They're waiting for him around the corner, and that cloudburst being at that halfway point there, where it just exposed defeat, that was going to be more than enough to give them the information. And a brilliantly played retake there by the defense.
That's actually a great point on the cloudburst, because you can easily throw that against the wall and know that it creates you a slight one-way, blinding the opponent, giving you feet to shoot at, which would just be a shot to the chest, and that's what happened. Great job there, Gaman. I'm sure he had such a good play, but saw way too many. Couldn't decide which one to go for.
No.
I think they're okay with that because they weakened him so much. I know
Perfect.
Vice is kicking himself for that one.
All right. Looks like I'm it till I work out.
Third round. Sean.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you can do it.
No,
Uh-oh.
that was not going to happen. At least he got
Almost
two.
at that point, you right-click it and just let it fall in front of you.
Yeah, right. There's
Just
no other point.
Dribble it out.
Screw it.
Okay, Quinn's crosshair continues to remind me of an image you can click on Valhalla that someone took on the map. Anyways.
Yeah, it looks like a
It's like
a
step into my
cursor that
TV.
you have in finding like a random adventure game, you know? Like you said,
Well done, we have taken objective Delta.
oh, these crosshairs, bro, have been wild lately. I don't know how I feel about them. He's
See,
just
this is I'm more in line here. This is old standard 1.6. Good to go. Doesn't move. Dynamic crosshair off. Relics being dynamic with his movement. Oh,
big one.
the
Good
quiet
trade
play. Yeah, good trade.
Now they do get the neural theft, but here's GMD for the response. You know exactly where they're going to be. The Stinger, though, not going to be good enough against the Vandal that Tens managed to pick up. And oh, look at this. And we planted this one right next to the turret. Billy.
Is that what you name it?
I do, Billy the Bot.
Billy the Bot.
Take the enemy's objectives to stay in this fight.
I was going to call it Bren the Bot because I usually put Bren as the Bot, but
Ooh.
you know, keep it Billy. You know, I don't want to piss off my friend.
See, Leaf just ready. He's like, I am here to use the utility you are telling me to use. I'm ready to fault line this area. Everybody else has guns drawn right around them. Now they're ready to leave the site together. Let's see if Gen G player 1 can make fools of these exiters here on their way out. Actually, it looks like they live. They're safe. Oh, he's not going to have anyone to play with, unfortunately. Good round there. Picked up by Cloud9. They stave off the bleeding.
Oh, turn your head away for 1 second, and you get it blown off. Oh,
Here's a
what
look at
happened?
what happened in that last round. Relics actually came around the corner once they heard the orb being picked up. It was a well-timed fault line that allowed them to be able to swing that. That was the beginning of their success, thus bringing it all the way around over toward B. Now let's see what the setup is going to be for round 4 of play. Looking more toward B, might get some really aggression. No, not from the Omen, but the turret actually plays ahead. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not too sure if GMD was prepared for that, and that is going to give Mid opportunity to take control at B main. Meanwhile, at mid, Sean waiting for the opportunity to strike.
With super patience. Not moving.
They're not showing their hand. They're not even sending a grenade yet. They're going to hold on to this.
Low play back. It looks like Cloud9 wants to figure out what they're up against before they even do any movement. It worked for him last round. And maybe Tens is going to be the opener here on this one. Once the smoke clears and we get an idea of what's behind it. Vice ready to throw one out. And looks like he's going to help from the other side of the map and then be flanked. So this is actually pretty cool if he keeps going. He's going to ult into the back of the site, actually.
Yeah, he does that right with the timing that allows his teammates to pull the attention away from the defender on the site now. Sean, though, jumps down. 3 players going to be right in front of Leaf. Let's see what Leaf is made of here. Oh, no, instead it will be a jumping judge from Win that will end him. And another retake for Gen G that is just simply clean.
1v3. Everybody has a spot to check. It seems on the way in. They hit their shots and they keep rolling on. There's one after the other in there. And when they're able to retake these 7-0-1 for player 1. Cyphers have just been popping off lately. Sentinels in this match overall. Mitch is feeling good. Has some frags. And we are going to get a gun round once again. Actually, look pretty broke for the side of Tens here. We'll see if he can get himself down. There was dropped. They just had his pistol out for the moment.
Good reaction.
He's
by
got it
Sean. Good reaction by Sean. Didn't really give away too much, but there are going to be so many players there, and here comes the Boombot. Maybe he used the showstopper. He does have it on hand. Yes, he does. Here comes the push. Doesn't get the kill with it, though, but he's going to be really worried about the players going to be in the back, though. Oh, Sean saw that shot go through the cloud burst, but he couldn't really react to it. He didn't have the confidence to go for the shot, and that is going to be the B side exposed, and now left up for C9 to get this spike here. Another retake opportunity for Gen G, and an aftershock kill. Always a pleasure to see, but
yeah.
I don't think that's really going to be enough here, Rib. They have 2 players left standing, and this is shades of what we saw the last time C9 managed to pick up a round win on the attack. Pretty much deja vu it feels, besides one player waiting outside the defender. Or no, attacker, excuse me.
Just a quick hit. One of my favorite things to see as well is pleasure to see what you said heading into sight, but the playing inside smokes, as we saw at the beginning of that round, takes a lot of skill to be dodging in and out But then to see what they can produce when they're put with 4 people as they step out of the smoke, right? It just becomes this idea of how good can you be when put in the most tense situation you can. So we see that one going over. Now it's the side of Cloud9 as we get into round 6. And once again, here's that play. Just Sean need a little more time to get himself out. That's more space. There's your after shot. And the frags to end it once again for Cloud9. Player 1 still staying alive, and we're gonna have another gun round for both teams coming here. Ults for Demond, ults for Tens and Leaf.
No, he's one of those.
Expect Cloud9 to be in sight. This is about to be.
Relics is anticipating a player pushing out, but he does not know that the Jet is tucked away in the corner. And he's actually going to be playing around this, and that is going to be to the benefit of Win. A tailwind and a kill. You're out of there. Nicely done.
All right. Set up. They're kind of resetting defense here, getting the smokes out that will allow them to hold ramp. Inside sight. Going up with the team. They have that. They have the Rolling Thunder. They have the Blade Storm, and they're holding them using. So it's just going to be a fault line for now. And they reconsider overall. So really, just I think they're not getting enough info from Genji. They're trying to make noise. They're clapping shots off. They're peppering the walls. Genji's not even moving, and I think that hurts Cloud9 on what they want to do.
Yeah, I would like to see Cloud9 start to focus more toward taking mid control. Because I feel like even with the utility that's been played out there, like that is the best place for them to be. Like stuff like this is like what you necessarily would want. That was an unfortunate timing issue though. Player 1 was just waiting for the opportunity. GMD with the third. Yeah, they play for mid at that time, like when there's not a lot left, but I really would like to see them force out the player that's by mail and then start to inch their way toward heaven. Because right now, like playing these extremities haven't necessarily been working out for C9.
And they're not actually playing too much towards mail, towards heaven. And I think maybe that was sourced a few rounds, right? When they saw that they might have been Quinn sitting in there and just hanging out. So they're afraid Jet can still be there. Smokes, dashes out, they're fine. But they're not really testing to see what are the repetitive plays with Gen G. They're hitting the sights. They're saying, oh yeah, there's an Omen here again. But where's that Omen been, I think, is missing their strategy.
All right, now it's going to be the Reliance here on the lockdown. There it is. Mikhail is just going to play this one back. Install it as much as he can. You'll have to see him going towards screen, waiting for that 5 seconds. He's flashing it out because he was expecting them to push. But what actually ended up happening is that they hold it down. They wait just a little bit toward that last like 8-second mark. That's when they start to take space here on the site.
Good plan.
It's a smart response though, Riv, from Gen G, right? A lot of just anti-flashes just to stop them from pushing in the site, but it actually worked out well for C9.
I spy. Let's see if that can help them. Forced out. What a shot from Tens. Oh my word. Just playing grid shot over here. Sean able to finally drop Tens down after he wreaked havoc. And now it's the retake. Gen G says no thank you. Save for this. We will keep the weapons we have. We'll see it coming into the next round for Gen G here. The overall score is going to be 4-3. Nice job by Cloud9. I think they still have the breach ult on this too. So really didn't have to use too much to get through. Blade Storm is also still up.
They do, and I think that round being dictated by the lockdown was great because it didn't really tactically give much away for C9 strategy. That was just a solid lockdown, A site, wait till the last second. Gen G's response was appropriate. It just wasn't enough. The flashes weren't going to hold them off because they were nowhere near it. They waited for the right moment. And now let's see, though, how does C9 try to play this one out now that they don't have abilities like Blackout, but they have Rolling Thunder. And now we're going to get to see the mid presence. That's really what I wanted to get for Cloud9. early mid presence, just try and take space quickly here. And then Ten's doing the same thing, but on the A extremely, alongside with Rays too.
I think it never hurts to switch mid. We're talking about split the floor, on the map roundabout. And you get info when your team, if they are pushing A, you are pressing the person then. You already have a pincer, which a pincer is one of the hardest things to get in tactical FPS. The map usually does not allow for that too much. There you can get one. So just seeing how working mid helps, you're right. I think Ken thought we would see more. Seeing how they push out a little bit of info gain from Quinn here as he's going to shoot down A ramp. You notice there isn't too much love being given to that wave.
There they were!
He may be getting some neighbors soon.
Look at this. Now, there's no utility to tell them if they're pushing toward heaven, but this frag at B is not the whole story yet, right? The response, Rolling Thunder, pushing back. They don't have to commit to this because they're going to be focusing more on the A side. But so much work is being done on B that now C9 has the opening at A to get Spike down and play for the post plan. Nicely done. Way to really just work them around the map. Oh no, that's not good. I was just praising them and then they just lost 2 players for the jump for that.
Again, the Blade Storm down, not used on this one. They do have the Rolling Thunder, but that defensively used is going to be tough. Cloud9, Mitch now on the return. Can he get the flank? He's being watched diligently. The moment they look away, still gets him. Still takes him down. Screams is going to be the war, and Quinn does pull out his Blade Storm. All from the safety of Gen G, so they can pick up this 8.
I love everything that Cloud9 did in that round rib, but Gen G, their patience on defense has to be praised. They wait for that opening. They wait for C9 to expose what the plan is going to be. And then they've never really quite given all that much information. Like, a lot of it was obtained at B, but A was still kind of open. And then when you have players like player 1 just cutting through, getting a big frag like that, it just gives your teammates that much easier of an opportunity to retake.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9's playing, I feel like, a lot of Go Fish right now, which is still a strat. It works. But like you said, Gen G's not biting. They're not peeking on wall spams. They're not kind of over peeking. They're trying to sneak out of a smoke utility to get a sleek frag. And here's what you wanted to see, right? Right up into mailroom, break mailroom, give your entire team space. And Tens is already in the spawn of Gen Z, but it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate one. In most situations, I think Tens would have been able to hit that shot, but nicely done by Mikhail in the backfield here. Every time I catch Gen G, I always say, like, it's such an underrated offer. He's so good.
He's really fun to watch. A lot of my memory of him is when they would be playing on Haven, and he covers C on top of the boxes, around the boxes, and those little tricks he would play with people to keep that site his own.
Yeah, this play here, even with them taking space, the traps weren't cleared, right? So that still gave the opening for player 1 to pick up the frag. Just well-placed traps, the cyber cage being in the areas where you need it to be. Yeah, there's just it was a litany of things that just went wrong there for C9, even though they managed to take space in mid. Now as we focus here, so waiting for the opening, and he got it. He held his shot down. So look out for GMB waiting in the wings. Does manage to get 10. Big loss there. Comes a new idea of Vice. Only 2 players left alive. It's Vice and Mitch, and they 2v3. They do have to fight. Mitch, though, has presence up on top of heaven. They are anticipating any kind of movement here. That's why they're positioned the way that they are. They're going to let them take B-side and plan it. Then they'll just focus on the retake if they opt to do it. But a smart play there. The Omen teleport going toward A, making them think that they're going to bait it there. But no one from Gen G bites. They're still waiting this one out. And Sean, the patience from them. Oh, that was a thing of beauty.
If the patience that they have continues to show, and now they're going to be able to just collapse. Quick breach, one's up, one's down, distraction from the updraft, and Quinn actually gets that one for himself.
Who
with the
needs
right
Blade
click.
Storm when you have right click with Classic? Come on, you know?
True. Coming into round 11, let's take a quick look at how this happened. This shot, I feel like he was dashing with the trigger. He
Oh,
just
what?
had that so nicely. And the
Oh,
only
what
thing I
can
would have
I
liked to see,
say?
and it probably would have been a bad play, I just think it's cheeky, is if they dashed out, saw that GMD got a kill, and they threw a cloud burst on GMD so he could get out somehow. That would have been gross. That would have been gross. But I think they still would have spammed him anyways. I'm just dreaming. Next round.
But even what happened here was still gross. though, man.
Exactly.
The patience from them. Now, once again, for mid play here, and you don't have the weapons, you just got to go fast. Watch out, though. And playing deep inside, but oh, he's actually inside of B main, and he's waiting for the opening. 2 cloud bursts to give him some protection here. He'll drop back to his team. He'll wait this one out. You want to take B side? Go on ahead.
It's such a good feeling. Like, a lot of times you want to stay for the next kill and get it. But when you start training yourself and you back up and be with your team, it's such a good feeling. You know you've had an impact on a round already. And they're
No, what? They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
These retakes have been immaculate. How they make this one happen. There's one from player 1. Vice tries to challenge. The hack goes down. Almost impossible to shoot the Cypher, but they make it work. And before we even get done, I blinked once, Golden Boy. They have the site.
Okay, what do we got?
They go back. They turtle into defender side. And I think C9 is using some of their utility intelligently. But it really has just been the patience of Gen G. It's a different type of style. It's a different way to play.
Right.
And they do it so well, and they're letting Cloud9 go right into it each and every time. But now we're going to get guns for C9.
Absolutely.
And as far as ultimates go, we have one critical ultimate for Cloud9. That's Lockdown. They're favoring A site. And I think even looking at the setup here, I think Gen G is aware that that's going to be their play.
For sure. And this will be, like you said, that last round of the first half. Again, we're seeing Cloud9 here with Leaf. They're a stand-in after Nobi being taken off the team. So we can't expect a ton from C9 here, but still, maybe the frags to come through to make these rounds and edge them out. Vice comes up with a big kill there. Mitch to answer with one more 4 would be great to have, but now it's Win for the win. And will he be able to get this with the off? Blade Storm is there. Fires 1, and Blade Storm has
I feel like a kangaroo at the moment.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, won't let me jump the wall.
Dun, win.
Okay, and I think it's jumpable.
Blade Storm is out.
Think
He
it's
knows that
jumpable
one's on site.
in many
Spike just
ways.
went down here. This is going to work to their advantage. Oh, Leaf with the turn on there. Win was not ready for that one. Walks away without a face, but as far as the half goes, excuse me, brilliantly done for Gen G on the defense. They will walk away 8-4. Now let's get ready to see how Cloud9 are going to respond. They have, it's a near mirror composition with them playing with the Killjoy instead of Cypher. And either way, I think you got yourself some decent defensive.
See the off-screen score there, 6-6. Pretty good game, back and forth. We also got a banger here. Let's see if Gen G can keep the pressure on, or is it now all about the defense of Cloud9? I would say it feels better to be on defense a bit more, but sometimes when you're on attack and you're feeling it becomes just the side to be on. Looks like it is going to be an A hit here for Gen G as they start things off, and Spike is planted 30 seconds into the round.
While that patience may have been the name of the game for Gen G on defense, on attack, they are looking to get in there quickly. It certainly works out for them. They're going to have to figure out an option here to just get in their face, but no, instead it's going to be a few of those classic shots, a few of those right clicks as well work out for them. The cross is being held, another right click right to the body. Only player left alive is now going to be Vice. He's on site. He can go
I'm
for
being
this
rescued.
defuse. He can
Hello.
probably stick it potentially here. Oh man, but Quinn, he's charging straight in. Yep, and that's going to do it.
Everybody's like Pico did it, so.
Why not?
No. It's different. I think it's an on-the-day feeling. Obviously, you're playing with the info you have, but there will be days when you're like, yeah, it's a whole day, or no, it's a half day. So,
They're all over the place.
See, you know.
Yeah.
See what we got here coming in to round number 14. Backs and forth on the buys. Goes to Eagle. We see most of Phantoms coming in here with a few Spectres.
Victory!
Mid's going to be hit by Gen G here. See how much ground they can get with their eco. Tens with an early rotate.
That was the thing that I wanted C9 to do more.
Big smile, big smile. Put one of those on your dial.
Eco. Patience, though. Patience. And they're just going to ignore that dark cover. Instead, the flash is going to be brilliantly played. They'll get 2 frags out of that one. The Killjoy's tucked inside of the corner. They can actually back away from this fight, but the problem is that you had your Spike exposed by himself. So they just needed to double back, get to their teammate. Now it's going to be left up to Tens. He has been a superhero of the past. I just don't know if it's going to be reality here, and it is not.
That's how I should do it.
Those second and third picks that started to muddle player ones, and they couldn't get a fix on that for the Sheriff shot. So, yeah, like you said, 10-4. This one getting a bit out of hand for Gen G, and they are preying on the fact that C9 is not currently a full squad. It's going to be tough when you have a player that doesn't technically know the tendencies of the person he's next to. You know, Tens, obviously, you know he's going forward, but you're with Mitch, Vice, Relics, you know, how are they covering a corner, this, that, the very small things that a team can bring together and really start working together is something Cloud9's missing for this standard on the roster. So we'll see how they can continue to fare here against Gen G and their veteran status at Tens. Gonna help that cause just a little bit to start things off with a double kill here in round 15.
And that's why you sing the praises of Tens. In a sticky situation, he manages to clutch out 2 big kills. He's still going to be in a position too, but Mikhail, as a matter of fact, swinging around in heaven.
Right, old man, in you.
Kill. Now it's just going to
You're
be
it
here, alongside with Mitch. That Spike is not in play yet. He knows it will be. He does have paint shells too. You got to do the due diligence. You need to clear mail. Mitch has now gotten out.
I'll forget again how to do that tomorrow.
Cam was actually waiting for them. And now does Mitch have an opening? He certainly does. And not when you are going to be stunned and flying through the air like that. Ever so close does Gen G get to match point, winning this best of 1.
Player 1, Flynn, feeling good. G, come on. They have 45 kills between the 3 of them. Oh my word. It's slaughterhouse out here once they retake the site. Yeah. I mean, Cloud9 can always come out strong, it seems in the beginning, but it's just Gen G has this like mid-round download that they do on you, and there's nowhere to hide. It's like they have ciphers all the time.
And Mikhail's smart there too. You are going to retake that again. You are going to pull this one more time. So the aftershock gave Tens no room to work with. That is into our next round. 1 mid on the split. No presence in vent. They really do not have the room to do much C9 because they are going to be on an eco.
We have lost our first soldier.
Shots fired. Oh, that's a phrase I haven't said in a long time. Oh no!
Oh!
Hello!
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is not what you want to see, but hey, that is going to be a great opening for Gen G. Yeah, I think going back to what you were talking about before, Riz, you know, C9's playing with a stand-in. I'm just glad to see C9 starting to make these moves and make these choices. They have a long path to get there, but they always manage to pull off crazy, crazy moves in the past. I would like to see them express more on consistency moving forward, but it's always hard to catch this out.
That actually, scrappy is the best way to put it because see the sight take coming in here. Gen G looking to make quick work of some Pico guns as they avoid going down. But looking at how Cloud9 gets those frags, we do say 10. And then we see Mitch getting quite a bit of frags. And everything else is kind of littered in where it can be. But like you said, those are scrappy. Those have to be surprised around. And pulling those together is a stressful way to play, right? So having those changes to where they find confidence on how to move forward as a unit and figure out what this team can really hone in on as their strength. Like CSM loves to do this, and 100 Thieves can play a slow strat and then pick you apart in the middle of the round. Gen G and Sentinels will read you on the retake. What does Cloud9 become? Is what they have to find.
It's the team identity. It is the team identity. NA has been a joy to follow and watch for a lot of fans of the game right now because we have so many teams that have plethora of different ways to play this game. You know, there is no one set way, and that makes this region so enjoyable. But, you know, also too, to an extent, we're also seeing the same thing in Europe and so on and so forth. But for now, though, we'll continue this conversation at a later date because I think C9, they're looking to try and hold on to this game as much as they possibly can. It is going to be match point for Gen G, but stands here, you just got player one and Relic push with all the confidence in the world. They'll stay alive with that flawless win.
Why is it? It's like the last, you know, when you've been fighting for so long, and then there's this thing you were fighting for, you can't let it go. You see the last round that you could possibly have. Be the one where they just go ham, right? Bring that out earlier. I want to see those rounds where you're blasting through, being in their face. It's funny to see. Teams do that sometimes here in games. You're like, well, it's all or nothing, so let's give it up.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Backs against the wall. And group play best of one.
Which means you have to bounce off the rope harder, right?
Yeah. Oh, good protection there to keep Pens on this angle. Yep. That's exactly what I was hoping for. They went for the shot, right? Take out Boombot, doesn't really expose anything, and he was still living there. Also Vice in a great spot. But once Pens takes control of this and watches mid, that will open Vice up to be able to help out here for Moonsight. Now, as they lost that Omen, what do they...
Well, I've survived a little bit longer in the tank. But how much longer, though?
I love Killjoy. Good. Just so straight to the point. Mitch makes it happen, too. Another player that I love to sing the praises of. Mitch is kind of a Swiss Army knife for Cloud9, if you will. He's never switched between Sentinels or, I think, the Breach, if it's right.
Yeah, he could play a variety of agents. Having a deep agent pool going into 2021 is vital. There will be changes for BCC. We are going to have balance changes. Maybe Viper's going to get the 30th buff that finally makes Viper sick.
And then he becomes a Rise case in League of Legends. Oh, no shin guards for player one on that one. 3K for Mitch though. That feels good if they catch Gen G. A bit of a down round. The first coming in here, and quite a bit of money. It does put Mikhail down to 300, Mikhail down to 300, but they'll be able to buy next round coming off of this as well. So Cloud9 has a bit of work to do. They're chipping away at the econ that is Gen G, and this one should be able to put a pretty big stain on it. But again, game point, gotta bounce off that road back.
They need those first blood wins. That is the vital part of winning this one, because then once they get the first blood, it changes the game plan of how Gen G are going to try and approach the site. I'm a bit concerned here with a full stack on B.
Whoa!
On the site, potentially, Relic needs to be ready for this. And look for Sean. Showstopper, Rolling Thunder. Here we go. One blast attack, though. They don't commit quite yet. The flash, the reactive flash actually holds Sean back, so he cannot fly in with that Showstopper. And does damage, but does not get the kill. And if they go to rotate, Pens will stop them if they try to make their way towards
Like we're a tank, there was 3 of them there.
What a hold for everything that was used. A flash is what deters them. Oh, you saw how fast they tailwind out of there. Wing was like, no thank you, teammate. Oh boy, that was real nice from Cloud9. And something like that is called, right? That's not a, oh, I think they're coming in, I can hear them. That's a, hey, Gen G has Rolling Thunder. They have this. We need to be ready. Okay, flash. Perfect.
That's a wild interaction. And also, Breach's flashes, they last for about 5 minutes, so I get it.
True. Up till the next batch.
Okay, so a lockdown played on site, 10 further inside of A, but they're going to recommit now to an opportunity to win this one here. Relic could play spoiler. Shouldn't expose himself quite yet. There it is. Does manage to pick up one kill. He'll have the protection of the default box. But Sean does take him out. And that was going to be because of the damage done on that showstopper earlier. Spike now goes down. What is Cloud9's retake capable of doing here?
Warning, we have lost objective Avian.
3v2, tens, being tens, up in the air. Oh, hitting the hips. The elevation catches him off guard. And Mon's able to get that kill.
Oh, man, so smart there, too. Pretty much got out of there. He was not trying to deal with this. All he has is Discourage to work with. Can Mitch punch this one out? Old player's going to be the left side. One by the default box. But no, instead it's player one who picks up the kill. And Gen G win the game.
It's the best one, right? Everybody wants to be player one. Why be player two with that?
GG to Gen G. What an ending. I mean, it's really hard when you do have so much work ahead of you, but for Cloud9, they really started to bring it together in that weird little flash interaction set. At least it was something interesting for us at home to really just admire and watch along with. But Gen G, Golden Boy, you really did touch on this. The way that they like to play, we've had our share of different like phase, time in, where they like to play aggro. Gen G was all about the long game, and it really did work out for them. So again, good start. So cool to see. Rib, what did you think?
Yeah, Gen G were in control for majority of that match. Not just the scoreboard, but also just the tempo, as you mentioned.
The way they retake is so fun. I actually think it's becoming a style of play. Of course, you want to get frags as the opponents are coming into the site. Always great. But the retake and understanding that your opponent has used quite a bit of utility to gain that space, to gain the plant, yeah, you're giving them a bit of money. But the retakes just seem to be, for some teams, the way to go, and that's where they're most powerful. And I wonder if more teams will start to take to that if they don't have a bunch of fraggers on it.
Really was really what it felt like some rounds being on off. So the reach on both sides doing a lot of work on Tail. I felt like the way that he was playing on both the post-con as well as the retake was just so annoying for Cloud9 to deal with. And then I also do feel for Relix's Raze. Had a few good moments, but for the most part, the game was not completely shut down.
Yeah, that'll do it. When you're playing the utility the way that Gen G is. Let's also think back to that last round where Cloud9 had a rolling thunder and a showstopper. And the thing that stopped it was one green flash. Because they didn't want to force it. They didn't want to risk losing it. I think if the score wasn't 12-6, they still would have went for it anyway. They probably would have made the hero play happen. But in those high-risk situations, you simply cannot out-risk it. That's high risk, right? So anyway, yeah, I think that Gen G gave us a taste of what they were capable of. I was disappointed when I didn't see them make their way in the first strike. They are a team that has tons and tons of time put into this. And this right here, this result, this shows. And even though it was against Cloud9 that had a stand in this lead, and I do want to comment on that, we didn't do all that bad. I think timing was always going to be the difficult part that C9 had to work around here. I saw that happen a few times. Gen G played stupendously, and as a result, they shine. 13.
Absolutely. Rib, any other thoughts?
Just a really well played out game. I think Gen G had more of the pressure on them as C9 was trying to round themselves out with what's going to happen on this squad, and I hope they find it because there are so many good players on that team still, and taking one out and slotting another one in, they're still very good. It's just finding what type of team they're going to be is what they're trying to do.
Again, the JBL Quantum Cup has been a good environment. I mean, C9, where maybe you're trying to do some changes, Sentinels, as I said, whatever they've done in the break with First Strike and now, it's been really cool to see what we can share for ahead. But I think something that I really like that you did touch on, the ability to make sure that you have the of course, now we're going to go into lull of the year as we get into the festive season. You know, changes aren't going to be patching every single day. But when we do come back next year, that's when I feel like a lot of those rallies come. So to set yourself up, it's really good to see. You've got to work on the foundation, yes, but now is also the time to really be like, okay, who's going to be like, what are we going to play? What are we going to throw? So really, really cool to see. But let's take a look at the kill matrix as well to just see how the rest of this game played out and to see if we can get any other nuggets over here. I mean, oh my goodness, I have to say, I'm at peak fan of Quinn's operator. Like, that gameplay was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. Quinn oftentimes, you know, goes under the radar because he's not the flashiest of players, and he doesn't make the most noise, but everyone should be paying attention to him because his opping has always been great. Like, his stage op, like when the game first came out, and he did such a brilliant job of slowing them down on pushes on like find a short or and then like setting himself up in heaven. Like, he's done so much here. But the other interesting statistic is that Quinn had a 3-1 first kill on Relic. Relic did not have the best of games. You mentioned that before, Mandy, but to lose out and Quinn being able to be the one that kind of stuffed him 3 rounds there, yeah, that will certainly knock on the mental without a doubt. And I think C9 just had a rough time getting something going in those early rounds. The way that Genji played rotation.
Yeah, and I wanted to point out Spikes on that kill matrix as well. Being an in-game leader always puts more stress on you. You're not able to think about everything you instantly want to do because you're thinking about what everybody should be doing, and you want to keep parsing that information. His forward line actually looked really good being put in that position for this first time. So awesome to see that he didn't kind of fold under pressure, and the team was able to kind of vibe out with the top here and standing.
Getting that extra homework, but then being the overachiever on top of
Yeah.
it all, isn't
Yeah.
it? Absolutely. For you at home, I mean, we did see Genji with an impressive victory just then, but what about some wins of your own? We do have the JBL Quantum giveaway as well as the 100 Thieves merchandise, so you'll see in chat anytime soon the bot will play when you can enter, but all you need to do is hashtag JBL Quantum. You go in the community to try and win that amazing shop, and the chances of 100 Thieves merchandise is all winning. How many wins can we have?
A lot of winners. We can definitely have a lot of winners.
A lot of wins. I also do have the results of the off-screen, so that was 100 Thieves today, so with 13-10 in the favor of 100 Thieves. That was a lot closer than I was expecting that one maybe to be. I do also have the confirmed match coming up, so before I jump into that, please let's just look at the statistics and how things have planned out for today. So the next confirmed match will be TSM versus Genji, and what this is going to mean is that winners will be decided in the second place of the groups. As we do know, the top 2 teams from Group A and Group B will be proceeding to our play-ins tomorrow. So this is where it gets really important. This is where it comes down to the business end of things.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So if I'm reading it right, TSM versus Genji, you're right, does determine who moves forward and goes into bracket play. 100 Thieves are safe, right? I'm assuming 100 Thieves are safe, depending on like what happens. I think they're playing Time In next. So yeah, I mean that also the second place, whatever happens in Group A, will be quite interesting to track as well. So yeah, there's a lot of this tournament's been ridiculous. It's been very crazy.
Oh, I shouldn't. The one behind me got me. I nearly had the other two.
I'm trying to think of like some good Aussie slang for it, but I'm coming up with
nearly
nothing. I'm
not
just thinking
good
of
enough,
Sky
Aussie.
and all the things she says in the game, and I'm like, nope. But
Really? Okay, we can have definitive proof of whether or not Sky is regional specific, you know?
Oh,
right?
don't
Like-
get Australian started on Sky. No, that is a delicate
Oh,
topic.
no.
They really played it up for the
Okay.
international audience. We don't also.
Just like you love Foster's, right?
Don't you dare. But anyway.
Well, there's a steakhouse that I know is quite favorable. The Outback Steakhouse, I believe. It's
I can't believe you've done me like this. I really can't. But yes, I can confirm that our next match on broadcast will be TSM versus Genji. So this is going to be an action-packed one because, as you said, it really just depends on who will be proceeding towards tomorrow's play-in. So I'm very excited to see how this all plays out. But for now, we're going to be taking a quick break. Gentlemen, of course, need to rest those voices. Don't go anywhere because we've got plenty more JBL Quantum Cup action to bring you.
Oh, he's done it again.
presents
Return to the combat
the
area.
sounds of victory.
We have taken objective Taylor. Soldiers, objective Delta has been lost.
JBL Quantum Gaming headsets.
The first time you sit down, it is loud. There are fans screaming and chanting, drowning out the call-outs from your teammates. I mean, you are not in Kansas anymore. We're in the finals, trying to find the last player, finally take them out. People are
How the hell?
I felt like I'm underwater. All this self-doubt that I had just seemed like it was
It went to
washed
single
away
shot.
by the tide. Listening to myself, I feel like it's
I
a
must be
soundtrack
firing
in my
blanks.
head through every step of my career.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Yanis, and this is my JBL pregame ritual. Catch Z's so you don't catch L's. Chris calm, make everything sound better. Knock knock. Game hype, skate, set the vibe, and get your game face on. Let's get it.
Hi everyone, it's Brooke Newton, and I'm super excited to launch for the JBL Quantum Gaming headsets. I'm using this pair of JBL Quantum headsets about the world, and the active noise cancellation is super impressive, especially with Nate next door yelling all day long. JBL Quantum is just beginning for JBL, so keep an eye out for more, and good luck to all the amazing people who
We are losing objective Emil soldiers.
They found me. Maybe I shouldn't have shot to give away my position.
Gotcha. We have taken objective Delta.
Oh, you pushed him out the door, did you?
Soldiers, we have taken objective.
Oh, can't reload fast enough. bad effort. We tried. Up.
Hello and welcome back from the break to the JBL Quantum Cup. My name is Vandy and I'm your host for today. You're joining us for the Valorant Group stage.
Oh, there was a booby trap, was there?
Complete without some amazing casters joining me. I do have Roomington and Golden Boy. Welcome back from the break, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, I wanted to do that too, but then you didn't do it.
What were we doing? The heart?
I didn't know you were doing that. Oh, the heart.
Yeah. We got a little super. Yeah.
Little kawaii.
Kawaii.
There it is.
We love a little bit of kawaii in our lives. We really do. But we also love some cheeky bands. So if you're just joining us, we just had match number 4 of the day. That was Gen G versus Cloud9. Gen G were the winners of that one, which is really interesting because we're actually going to see them back to back. The upcoming game that we do have is going to be TSM versus Gen G. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, in the standings, because of course this game is going to determine second place in the groups. Basically, who moves on to the play-ins tomorrow. So there's a lot at stake, right, Riv?
Absolutely. And this is where the pressure gets on. As reading online, and it's true, no team ever wants to be 13-0, 13-1, or get shut out in these. So everybody's going to come out swinging here. This is where I think we're going to start seeing a little more stratting, but basic strats. Nobody's going to be revealing the entire book.
Well, let's take a closer look at the teams coming up, though. So, of course, we saw Gen G. So let's focus more on TSM because we didn't really get a good shot for them. In fact, we got a little bit of a surprise with Sentinels really coming out on top of that matchup. So with TSM, I guess, what kind of went wrong for them? Because we know that this is the team that's proven themselves in the past. This is the team that finished second in First Strike, right, Golden Boy?
Yeah, I mean, TSM, one of the best teams in North America, and after what happened in their matchup against Sentinels, you know, I'll still hang by that phrase. I'll still hang by that term, but I mean, geez, that was a rough one. They're certainly going to need to bounce back. I certainly do believe, though, that if there is a team that can regroup, it is going to be TSM. Gen G will have quite the task on their hands to have to deal with here, but you know, I'm expecting a good game.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, they're seasoned enough to bring it back, and I don't think they'd be satisfied at all with their performance. The last time we kind of focused on Drone as a player to watch, but Wardell has also been another one identified. Why are we keeping an eye on him, Riv?
He's the op. Golden Boy said it a lot of times. One of the best in North America right now. He has been able to control games by himself, and he can do it as well even if that op's not in his hands. His positioning is one of the best as well to create those opportunities, so we'll be keeping an eye on him.
I do love a good operator player. I am a filthy jet main, and I embrace the life, so any tips and tricks I can pick up, no problem at all. But let's focus back onto Gen G. The last player that we identified, I mean, the whole roster was a standout, but we focused on GMD. This time around, we want to focus on Quinn. He was someone that you said, Golden Boy, was often unappreciated or sometimes flew under the radar.
Yeah, and it's just because, you know, you have a lot of great operators in North America. The two that were talked to town for the longest time was Wardell and Shazam. Then he came into the fold, right? He had some great moments out of players like Mame too. But Quinn has always been that reliable operator hand, and he's only just gotten better as time has moved on, and he continues to refine his
one grenade can kill us all!
It's going to be a fun duel that we could potentially see.
Roll me over, over, over.
You're going to see Wardell take a few more peeks around corners with ops, right? Versus Quinn will like to play the longer angles and the more safe locations, but that doesn't mean that Quinn is a lesser player than Wardell. It just means they both have two different play styles, and Valorant just have a game that allows you to be able to play like that.
I think that really fits into Gen G's play style that we're focusing on about
watching Avengers Flash, middle of the map each time. Let's see it in slow-mo. So second half. But no, definitely Haven for them. And looking on the other side, it would be a great one to take against Gen G. What do you think of Gen G?
I mean, if they are able to force their way out to split, that'd be fantastic. But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what, guys? I want.
Yeah! Once again, another victory for the Allied forces.
You said you ran hot.
Tundra.
Or was that forces?
Take it to the tundra.
Chill us out for the rest of the day.
Oh,
We
I'm
gotta
having a
be
bit of
sure
funny.
this is
I
gonna
really
be
am.
the hype moment.
Yeah.
But let's have a look at how the map veto went and what map we've ended
might
up
not
on.
be,
And it is going to be Haven.
getting many, but
Riv,
having
Golden
fun,
Boy, we're
hey,
getting
it's-
Haven. And
it's
I actually
really
was
good.
hoping that it'd be Haven because we did see TSM run with the triple duelist. I could not imagine a better map that would be suited for it than Haven. I feel like with the changes that they made to Siege and things like that, you actually get rewarded a lot more for aggression.
Let's continue.
Because it's unique in the fact that you got 3 sites as opposed to 2.
Yeah, you're right. And that triple duelist is going to come into play without a doubt. TSM are a great team on Haven.
I'll be right back.
There was a recent result when they played Immortals, and Immortals just whacked them around. I don't know what happened in that game. It was like a topsy-turvy game. But we do traditionally know TSM to be a solid Haven roster. Same thing for Gen G, but I would definitely lean more on TSM here. We'll see, though, with these agent picks and what we end up getting. As far as I can tell, though, triple duelist, no surprise there for TSM. On the other side, you'll get a Cypher, which is nice. You'll be able to have that for the lockdown on particular sites. We'll see what Sean elects to pick up here and whether or not Hayes locks in that Omen.
Riv, how are you feeling about some of these
Good.
picks?
All right, I like the fact Javi's TSM no flank control, but they know that's the way they're going to be playing. That's what the coach said coming from CS. It's something they're used to, so they don't need the Sentinel. But having Gen G with that Sentinel, I think, makes it such a big play, allows them to feed into their patience even more, and that plays right into TSM. If you're going to be patient, the TSM is just going to be walking into you all day.
I mean, we have to wait and see. Can TSM run it back? They've got something to prove up against their disappointing showing against Sentinels early in the day. But I leave
Well,
it to
the
you.
old
Your
fossil's
casters,
back.
Remington and Golden Boy, take it away for us.
All right.
There's only
Here
two.
we go.
Ah, well.
Last game of the day.
How did we do that?
TSM, Gen G. I say that these two teams have met in the past.
Mm-hmm. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I think it was maybe Pulse. No, I don't think it was Pulse. I gotta go back through the. Let me see. Let's see. VLR. Yeah. So they've. Oh, Pop Flash. Yeah, they played against each other in Pop Flash. They also played NSG Open qualifiers, but I don't remember. I don't remember those games off the top of my head. That being said, though, this is still going to be a interesting start here. Oh my goodness! Quinn just hit him with a clothesline from hell. That was wild. And now he's going to make his way to the back. He might actually be able to get another one. But Wardell, he was wise to it. Slowed the shots down, was able to make it happen. That said, they will be able to get on to C, set that spike down.
Patience? Throw it out the window.
As many as possible.
Gen G flying through. Hayes didn't even know what happened there. He got hit. Oh my word. All right, so now the site's taken. They didn't actually have to use too much utility to get in. And now it's the pick game. Does TSM get lucky enough to have Gen G peak? And we know that's not their game. They are staying put until they see a person.
Cabroza with a clean shot onto player one, but got a big exchange happening with kills now. And oh, that hot hands actually forces Sean out of the position. Last player is going to be stuck inside of the garage, and Drone needs to make a play. He has to commit to it no matter what, but he will not be able to get the defuse, and it's GMD who secures the kill. So that is going to be a strong start here for Gen G. It was a strong start in general because of the way that they even played that. A mad dash toward the garage doors, hitting him with a right click, just giving no opportunity. Like, it was poor Hayes, who just was not expecting it. You know, the hit fell off. It was just all fell apart.
Look at this. Drone comes up, and then Destiny says, TSM, it's a pistol round. And then
You shall not win.
You shall not win. Okay. Second round now coming in. Gen G is going to play it hard towards long A. Well, that was a hell of a huff from that Cypher gate. Dude, he chucked that over the wall. I love it. All right.
We've been getting that quite a bit lately, Riz, and it has been awesome to see that lofty hand of Cypher managed to send it over the edge, send it over the wall. Oh
Absolute
man,
Frisbee champion.
he is ultimate. He's an ultimate champion. Well, this is a clean round here for Gen G. Lots of confidence in all of these takes, all of these plays, and Mikhail with a double flawless round there. We'll start to see some guns for TSM. Gen G will more than likely hold on to what they have here.
A nice little bonus buy feels good. See the Spectres, Stinger for Sean. And it looks like Wardell will just go for the buy. They're not going to prioritize an operator this time. And I don't think too many frags have come up on their side. And it looks like they'll actually set up. Wardell's going to peek quick. Hopefully somebody will come short, and they will have a shot on him with Sabrosa. Nice. I thought it was going to go in the hole. I was going to be real impressed.
Yeah, but it still landed right outside.
Oh, yeah. He got what he meant to do.
Yeah. Towards the GMD, take space inside of this one. He's going to make a lot of noise, too. Try and actually pull some players in this direction. While that's going on, Garage is right for the taking, which Gen G does manage to execute on. But here, oh, heavens no, that is going to be a bad look there. Shock Dart 2, Cutler with 2, maybe looking for a third. That's Wardell for the help there, but hey, you'll go ahead and take that one. And with the guns in hand, TSM managed to pick up their first win here.
They got me.
Okay.
You'll get
A
much
bit of a
more.
different look for TSM. We're only 3 rounds in.
Bullets when you're with
Obviously,
me.
you're not going to push out in the
Get
first
much
gun
more.
round for sake of
You'll die,
losing
you'll
all your
see.
econ. But
Something like that.
this is usually a little more info grabbing from the side of
join me, buddy.
TSM. They'll have somebody down long C at least, and not pushed on A, but varying which person gets the push out where that goes. And we'll see if they start to do that and be the natural tri-duelist TSM as we start off our full gun round here. Quinn's gonna go Blades in a frenzy, so he's saving on this. We could see an operator coming out of him soon.
And little did they know that TSM, they're not going for the control inside of Garage. Instead, they're playing a passive approach, and that has actually worked out for them brilliantly here. Because when you come outside of that door, there's only one way to go, and it's right into the bullets of that Silva.
So true. You see the push here. Now, coming in from Wardell. It's not the C push, it's the A push this time. Information to grab. Now TSM can pinch and play as safe as they want. Util's going to count a little bit more, and you can see it taking chip damage there already.
Yeah, Hayes has gotten control of the Garage now. Maybe some progress to be made on C. Look at C. That might actually be the battle to pay attention to as GMD circling around. Sabrosa gets the kill. And he does get that secured there, so that is going to open up C now. Big opportunity for Gen G. What do they decide to do? Shock Dart, though, is going to land on Mikhail. He's going to commit to it, and oh, Wardell swung around long C.
Couldn't hit a side of a bomb with a nuclear missile.
Wardell ring around the Rosie, changing position
Gotta get
completely.
myself up.
Boys, he's going to start coming from Garage.
I don't know, Dave. What are you got?
GMD,
Nice.
what a play!
All right.
In his mind.
Oh, man. And I think that he was just mostly going there to maybe hold for like 2-3 seconds to see if he pushed through Garage. And then he was going to double back around. But the timing was unfortunate for Wardell.
What a way to start this one, too. The push is coming in. Gen G, once they had a bit of room, play patience. The things that could have gone either way in this round. Honestly, he decides to switch to knife. He decides to switch to his knife for a microsecond of speed up, just so he can get a better position. That's what that's for. What a timing. Like you said, what timing.
And now Drone forces back every member of Gen G with that run it back. Slows down and also gets some information too as to where they're going to be looking to favor. John Turn's going to take control. The Drone does manage to get some information. Oh, no, Cutler. Oh, no, Cutler. He got trapped in that doorway. His cape couldn't get through.
That was cheeky. I wonder if they heard the drone.
Uh-oh. This could be crazy. Okay, it's not. I was about to say, because if it was going to happen, I mean, that would have been like one of the most wild plays we'd ever seen. Everything's going to be left up to Subrosa, though. 45 HP, but even with that and the angle he had, he just did not have the health to try and force that fight there.
And the way we're watching this play out is Gen G is creating so much pressure in the beginning. The kills they're getting are making TSM play different. But what, you know, why stay in sight to take on that Reyna? Wait for your team. No reason to give another 1v1 after you lose Wardell pretty deep in A. And there's those little things that we see them playing differently. Yeah, give way to they're playing a little loose for sure. But just those situations where it's obviously a better retake to wait for your team is things we've seen.
Yeah, in the beginning of that round, we had Drone run it back straight through the grass. And I felt like that could have been a prime opportunity for them to try and get control of mid, because they have the triple duelists that they can play and maybe a little aggressive. You know that they were all going to be pinned away. If anything, the fear was probably going to be who was at the window. Right, that's always going to be a fear, but you got to play knowing that is the possibility of that player pressuring that. So there's really no follow-up after that, and you even saw there too, right? Like the drone, the Hunter's Fury, and Sean just giving them nothing on Gen G's playing brilliantly at this point. Now TSM's going to be stuck in eco round, buying some sheriffs, stingers.
Gotta sting him.
Whenever I hear Stinger, I think of the wrestler Stinger, because
it's wild.
Yeah, Stinger Splash, you know.
And whenever you say that, I think of a bat.
Okay.
Because he always had bats.
Yeah,
he was never a chair guy. He was a bat guy.
He was a bat guy.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
He's with that pro music and stuff. You know, he's back. He's back, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, these are the things I need in my life for end 2020 on a good note. Cutler pushes back with his dinger as he gets in position. Drone in his trusty curveball spot. Oh, what a sick camera.
So he's going to flash it and maybe showstopper up.
But wait, the flash got eaten by the smoke. Oh my God, they read it coming in, knowing Drone plays that spot. They get one in, Drone's down, and now Gen G have a beautiful site take.
Wardell looking to get inside and go to locks as quickly as he can, but the Phantom knew exactly where that pathing was going to happen, and this is basically just going to be dead round here. Oh, the shot card. 11 damage. Okay. Little Stinger spray. Doesn't work out. And that's going to be the round.
Gen G is letting TSM know they will not win these eco rounds. Kind of a little statement here. They're like, no, you know what? We are going to hunt you out. There's no chance you're lurking with a sheriff. You're going to get these kills, and they are just going hard. 5 ults ready. 3 on the side of Gen G and 2 on the side of TSM. We'll see how these are used here in round 7.
Gen G have to be looking at the economy now and be concerned that there's a potential that Wardell will have enough. We know he has enough.
Yeah.
That's why they're going to do the ultimate frisbee toss over. Oh, aggro play. Oh, Wardell also did not have the armor to survive a full onslaught of Gen G. He's down to 21 HP, but that op is still in play.
Okay, so that's some scary stuff. Now he's going to be holding more of Twin Angle, like you were saying earlier. Safe, long, making sure he has the clip on his favor. And we still have those ultimates ready. If anybody gets pinged out here, we could see the Hunter's Fury coming through. And there's a drone. Slow work by Gen G here towards A. They know they tagged Wardell. Maybe that's what they're trying to play towards. A bit of util or a few shots will really take Wardell off. This could be it. He's only getting seen right now, and Sean's able to take him down finally in the chaos that happens in A site here. Gen G once again going to be able to get the spike down and then play retake as they leave the site and wait for TSM.
Spamming right through the cyber cage. The smokes that were played out. We're going to play for this retake now.
I love it.
But
I love how far they push out.
GMD. Oh, man.
I love it.
And look at the swing there. Both of them from different angles getting their marks. Drone's the last player left alive inside of the Stewart. They knew exactly where he was positioned. And yeah, that round started and ended because Wardell just could not play a comfortable opposition. As soon as he got knocked down to 21 HP, he had no choice but to really just hold hands with his teammate, try and you know, work different angles with the flash. It just didn't happen. And then Sean had that spam through smoke.
Look at this. You know, being aggressive is one thing, but still executing after you've planted is what Gen G is kind of putting into work here. Working in twos, power in numbers, and just absolutely wiping TSM off the map here. Once again, they'll roll over towards that A side. A bucky for Wardell as he gets himself close. Could this be the hero play TSM needs to stop the bleeding? That's the spike drop. We'll get the awareness to that. And it looks like TSM's now on the rotation into this area.
Make matters worse, that Bucky's watching it. I think it hits you real hard. And if they keep breaking this vision like this, Gen G, they'll find a way to force their way through. You have to play around this drone potentially. As far as ultimates go as well, I think TSM certainly have a little bit of that advantage with the Showstopper as well as from the shadows available.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is looking great for TSM here. Brilliantly done. There goes the Showstopper. Boom! Manages to blow up one. Mikhail goes down. But oh no! Disaster strikes. Two players go down. The ones that were holding the spike. And you have Hayes, who is just going to be wrapping around along with Cutler. You have shock darts. Maybe potentially this could work out. Oh. They're going to check this corner. They're going to check the corner. Opportunity. Oh, he had no choice but to shoot it. He only has 11 shots. 11 shots in this. He's got to make it work, but he's so weak.
Okay, gets to reload. Oh my word. Fingers. Fingernails are gone, I should say, rather.
Oh, from behind.
Comes up on Win. What a round.
Wish I had eyes in the back of my head.
Biting off all the fingernails and finally get the kill there. Oh, I wanted to point out, Golden Boy, the patience again. We sound like broken records for GMD or for Gen G and the rest of the team, but who, in this instance right there, who made the aggression after they were waiting for 30 seconds? TSM did. And who did it favor? Gen G for waiting. Again, they wait. Even in a moment when they're 5 feet from the spike and they know somebody's on the other side of the wall, they wait for TSM to make the move.
Yeah, and really just Sean with the kill there and just revealed so much about where they were. It was only so long though that they could do that for, right?
Exactly.
TSM. So it was just a matter of time before Gen G struck. It's just the way that they do it. You think you're safe, and then they pull the carpet from right under you.
Yeah. Nicely done. A few paranoias there. I'll chalk up on the stats for next round. Ooh, what a spread out. Everybody trying to come at the same time to help each other out.
Could you believe that throw seconds?
Shock dart won't tag too much damage. It's just far. And they'll realize that he's there using his drone, which means if he's got his drone out, somebody probably close and safe to help protect him. It's Sabrosa's on the plane.
Massive kill for Sabrosa. Gives them a fighting opportunity to retake this site. Wardell with the follow-up of his own. That Boombot, too, will actually, I think that was going to be the rival Boombot instead, but it does not matter. Well, all that matters is this right here. Does Sean have what it takes? He manages to get 2 kills. Oh, he beats out the shot. What a huge brain. He gets the 3rd. Oh my God. Sean, don't do it to him. Wardell's looking for the opportunity to go for the peek around the corner, but Wardell saves the round for TSM. Oh my, what?
That's exactly the type of play we're looking for here from these teams, to push each other to the limit. Everything he could have done there. Sean pushing himself to the max right before dismisses disappear, right before he could be taken down by an opponent, but Wardell reads the last play to finalize the op shot. One of the worst guns to have in that situation, but it's Wardell, so you can't count him out.
Just the fact that it got to that point. He gets a 1v3 and then pulls the shot out, gets the health, and it's just ridiculous. And then he does that dismiss so fast that the spectator mode animation can't even catch it.
Whoopsies. Oh my word.
Oh! They knew he was stuck there. They didn't hear the tailwind yet. that. So you knew that he was stuck there, and the shock dart again. That is just rough. TSM just seems to be magnetized to these shock darts.
What can I say?
Smart play by Gen G. A little bit agreed on
anyone want to help me?
Want to have that still for a later off-shot peak. He could have gotten out alive, Golden Boy. We'll see here coming in around 10, 6-3 in favor of Gen G right now, as it looks like they might do their first mid work on Haven here.
I might sound a bit tired. I am a little bit tired, but
left and right, they're trying to blind up high. They're trying to get Sonar up high from that dart, and it looks like the entry is Cutler's hold for now, as it's one down on each side.
John will find the mark, and that Empress, the auto heal, the dismiss backing away, everything is going in favor of Gen G. 2v4 now. Went in sight, and he saw where drone was. Wow, maybe at the wrong time, but he still managed to get the kill there. John does go down, but it just leaves Hayes. They need to make a miracle happen here.
Not impossible.
Obviously, there's something I'm missing.
Nope, not at all. We saw what Sean nearly did in that last round, but 46 HP, and he's
There's something I'm
no
missing, and 8 bullets.
Don't see an opportunity for him to try and get onto the site here. But the first time we see Gen G go for mid, successful execute.
Switching it up, I think mid is an awesome site to work, especially when all you hit for the first 9 rounds are the side sites. Why not? All right, we'll get the side sites. We don't need anybody in B specifically. Oh, that was gross. The lob on that dart. And yeah, they bring it back, right? Because usually Wardell gets a shot and will rotate. Common off spot for Jets. You off lower on short, get a kill, then you go long really fast with a tailwind, right? And they were just denying that, knowing he couldn't move around. He was probably open since they had that solo on A. There's an off-screen score.
In action. Ooh. This is already not looking good for TSM. Hayes needing to back away from this. A Hunter's Fury, though. And they'll Hunter's Fury to respond. Force him back. They cleared out C completely, Riz. I think that for right now, that can too. So they cleared out C completely, but they don't commit. They're not putting the pedal to the metal there. They're holding down for right now, waiting and seeing what TSM are going to bite.
All right, so this dart, does it bounce to the right or is it going to stay? Fire it! Oh, dirty. The top down clear on the site. And it looks like Gen G will once again have themselves a C rotation now coming over from the site on TSM, and Wardell's going to be the one again on the big flank, but he chooses not to go all the way around. It's going to be a garage take by most of the members of TSM here.
Kyle along with GMD were going to be there for the trade potentially, but he poked a little too soon. Kyle, though, is prepared for this. There goes the drip and tailwind right inside, but does not find the mark.
Look good, though. I love those little plays. So the entire thing is you're always trying to create yourself an opportunity. And if sometimes that means diving into a smoke in the middle of the site, you are creating a different angle or opportunity and possibly a chance for you to overcome your opponent. So when you got to push it, sometimes you got to. And Wardell there went for the big play. Could not come up with it.
But he's on this team for to be a playmaker. As far as what I'm seeing, though, from Gen G, the patience that they're showing on their attack occasion, that whole play, that whole round was great because you made you think that they were going to go fast A. They slowed it down.
Oh, what?
And
yeah.
That's what you want to see. You want to see those changes.
8-3 Golden Boy. Sensible, sorry. Gen G has just been showing so strong right now. So right to the site. They're loving to see if they can get in. Cutler's been doing a good job at 1-2 kills, holding it, but not that time, as it is a flurry back and forth by both teams, leaving it for 2v2. And that is drone going down. All up to Wardell once again. He's been the rotator to get there just at the last moment, and the HP is now in his favor.
Wardell, a fast move to the defender's side, anticipating a rotate over toward one of the other sites here. But they're actually going to be encountering each other, GMD and Wardell. And around the corner, GMD clutches it. Oh, I did not see that one happening.
How that played out blew my mind. It was just gaining ground, right?
Yeah.
He thought he was gaining ground that nobody had ever been in. He was like, you know what, this is much closer than somebody coming over to me from A. But Wardell had already been there. What is this cat and mouse that keeps happening? TSM, honestly, there was a lot of unlucky happening for them here.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Whole heap load. By the way, speaking of unlucky, so I got an update from our production team. If TSM win and Sentinels lose, TSM are through. If TSM wins, Sentinels win, we have a 3-way tiebreaker to resolve. Well, here's the bad news for TSM fans. Sentinels just beat Cloud9 13-3. So if TSM lose, they're out.
Yeah, that's pressure. And it's looking tough here, right? It's that pistol round. Can TSM grab this pistol round? That is not a good spot to hide. The person shoots.
Oh, I got the burn! I was barbecued.
This one's going down to the wire, and Gen G takes down with a 4K Mikhail onto TSM to drop them for another pistol round. But yeah, don't hide that spot. That's the trick. They can see your entire shoulder.
Hold still. I got you.
Yeah, I always forget about that too.
That was a bit of luck there, mate.
Corner and you're
No.
safe.
You get modeled so hard. Anyway. Sean, 15 and 9. I am. That spot up. So we could just pour some whiskey and sit by the fire and talk about it. Gen G, confidence all around. A bit of a bonus here as they come into the second one, but TSM is on the buy, and they are flying into the A-bomb site. Will they be able to take this one down? Oh, the dink already. Like we said, just Gen G has the number.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
my
what's
word.
going to be really, really annoying here for TSM is that they force bought here, and if they don't win this round, their economy is going to be in shambles. And so far, that does not look like it's going to be happening. Oh, this isn't good. They bought Stingers. They invested into this round, and now they're left scratching their head. And that was a fast play toward A, too. And given what we saw in the last game on Split, Gen G will let you take that site. Go on ahead. If you want it, it's yours.
I love it.
Get the
Perfect. Love that you mentioned that. They are just retake city right now. And I think every Stinger we saw get shot on that round was dinking someone or killing someone through a smoke. Like, how do you play against this? You're, as TSM, you're second guessing everything, or it's in your mind, you're expecting to get dinked as you walked out with these magnetic bullets so far. There's another update on your off-stream score of 100 Thieves versus Time In. A lot of molding going on in that game, I can tell you that.
Hey, but shout out to Time In. They
Absolutely.
have certainly stepped up in this tournament. I know on Reddit everyone was like, "Well, was Time In invited?" And that's how I imagine they sound.
That's the collective Reddit voice. I love it.
Yeah, and yeah, I think they earned their spot for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think somebody put it well, is that, you know, it's admirable how hard that team grinds and where they came from. So what they've been able to accomplish. Here we have round number 15, 11-3. Wynn just decided to go for a drop in there. It's not going to work. Sean answers back, though, with player one, and they are shutting down TSM, trying to get through the middle of the map. This is the Avengers fight I wanted to see. Cloakline comes up, another one coming through as he was hanging up the members of Gen G, but that's it. That's all he'll get is 2.
Here we are at the finish line for Gen G. Before, against Cloud9 on Split, they did struggle just a tad to try and end this, but... And there's another off-stream score for you, FaZe versus Envy. 5-7 in favor of
very good.
Going into the half. But Gen G, they need to close this one out. And they have one ultimate that can allow them to do that, and that is the Hunter's Fury. Let's see how they take advantage of this ultimate ability. This is going to be a fast play, potentially 4C. That utility there, too, that's great, because the second that they try and break that trap wire, that's going to give them intel as to where they're looking to favor.
Wardell on the long peak here. Everybody moving up on the right side.
As soon as he hears it, Hunter's Fury maybe? No, he waits.
Objective dog is now ours, soldiers.
This is interesting. Let's see how they can retake it. 4 for Gen G to retake. This is really powerful. TSM now got into sight with pretty much 0 utility use. I love the shift up here. Oh my god, he's gonna see him anyways. Kind of nixes that cheeky play. And now it's gonna be Gen G looking to get themselves in. TSM wants to keep themselves alive. The TMD says otherwise here. Now a 4v2 looking grim for Gen G as TSM get to take another breath.
Yeah, they'll stay alive to fight for at least one more round. Well, we'll be lying to you if we didn't say that right now, Gen G, like, they have everything that they could possibly want here. On the opposite side, though, not to take anything away from TSM, they'll also have a Hunter's Fury to play around with. And if they manage to play for the Sea Orb, they can get Sub Rosa his, the Ore Drone, actually, their ultimate, which either one would be very valuable for TSM to execute with.
See if they prioritize. The B1's easy to get. They're already over there. Yes, basically hugging the wall, ready for it to open. It looks like Cutler is actually ready to fire a dart over sight, disrupt sight, or they're just going to help each other out here. Flash over, full flash wall grab. Make it easy for yourself. I also just tweeted this the other day. Aiming too high with a Phoenix wall will make it shorter. Aim it as straight as possible every time you throw it out, unless you're really trying to get it on top of something. Going into garage, Hayes ticks down player 1. Good cover there from the teammates of Rosa as they are in and out here, working a little more pick and move strategy on the side of TSM now. Pick and move.
Quinn thought that he was safe with that cloudburst, but it did not populate in time. Despite that, though, this is looking great. No, this was looking great for TSM. Even then, I still favor TSM 3-2. They do have a hefty amount of ultimates, including the run it back, which could be very, very useful for them. Spike played at A. No one else is there quite yet. The only one is going to be Hayes, lurking. And you know he has his timing down. I'm assuming he's going to be moving away from this soonish. And then drone on the flank. But they are going to pincer them potentially. One very clean shot. I think now through the process of elimination, they know where the last one's going to be. And drone. Oh, what a shot from him. The more size of release for TSM fans, but the road is long and arduous, and I do not think this is literally the same thing that happened in Split. Do not.
Victory once again!
TSM, but hey,
for Fossil Nation allies.
Yeah. They're going to have to really put up a good show here. Wardell is stepping up. We were looking at him and win this game as the operators, and Wardell has the funding to do that again next round, sitting on 4,900 here. So if they can keep it going, even if he loses his weapon in a round win, they can get him another one. See how they play it out. A lot of those ults, 5 on the side of TSM are ready. This has to be their round, and that's played perfectly from Gen G.
Yeah, you think with at least one of those ultimates, whether it's Hunter's Fury, Showstopper, or Run It Back, that could be the difference maker. Watch out, though, for Sean on the lurk. He pushed out aggressively in mid and can catch his Omen off guard. Hayes needs to be on his toes, but instead he's going to be stuck. Oh, no, he was going to be stuck in a state of placing that dark cover. They also lost Wardell. There's the Run It Back. They have to make a play happen here. No other choice. Both Hunter's Furies are going to be played out now. Drone does manage to get the kill, forcing everyone back towards C. It was not enough time for him to be able to place that spike, but C is going to be open. Window picks up a massive kill against Sub Rosa. That Showstopper could have been everything there.
Oh, the dart so good. Pushes him off an instant plant just to make sure. And here it comes. Low HP, at least for Gaman. And makes it a 3v2 if they can take him out. Still in favor of Gen G. As a quick location is revealed, they're both coming now from the garage area. John grabs one down. Color trying to stay alive, and that's gonna be it, Golden Boy.
GG for Gen G, as they will be moving on with that win. It was always going to be a tough uphill battle for TSM, and while there is a team like, there are many teams that are capable of doing it, TSM is one of those squads But
course, a
Gen G
major
have just been
fossil.
playing on fire throughout the JVO Quantum Cup, and I'm excited to see what else they do moving forward, Vandy, because they look scary, very scary.
Absolutely. I mean, coming into this, I felt as though Gen G had their work cut out for them. Now I don't even need to worry. Like, this team is looking strong. It's a sad day for TSM fans, but at least they managed to keep the dream alive a little bit longer. That final scoreline 13-5. And for TSM, even though it felt like some of the plays were unlucky, it's not so much how TSM played. I think it's more just how much better Gen G played this time around, especially on a map like Haven. They really just took any advantage that they could. And just a big shout out to Sean's Reyna. Like, something about Sean on that Reyna this map, like, the man went plus ultra. I don't know what he did, but he was definitely a huge threat to deal with.
Vandy, you fit right in with our Valorant community, you know, as a talent. All we do is talk about anime. All of our players have anime profile pictures, you know, it's just, it's great. And then, you know, you got a couple boomers. But beyond that, I mean, we're, you know, good My Hero reference. But yeah, Sean was incredible. And I think too, like, this really just continues to speak to how well Gen G as a unit play to each other's strengths. And even though there's someone out there doing like crazy flashy plays besides that one from Sean that was a near clutch, it's still like you feel like Gen G are playing with so much confidence. And if you push with all the confidence in the world, no one can stop you. That's the mentality you have to have. You have to be delusionally confident, and then you will succeed.
I think so too. It's just unfortunate because I feel like I didn't get to see the TSM that you gentlemen had on First Strike, and I'm not sure what it was. Maybe they were trying something different. Again, this is kind of the period that we would expect them to maybe adjust. But I don't feel as though it was something that they did wrong necessarily. It was just how much better the other teams felt. But I don't know, Golden Boy, what do you think?
Oh yeah, real quick, and then Riv, you can jump in. But I think for teams like Gen G and C9 that missed out on First Strike, this is an opportunity for them to prove, like, yeah, you know, we're still very much a top team in North America. So this event has certainly meant a lot. But not to say that TSM aren't in the same boat, because I think, like, no matter what, you still want to win. It's just that for Gen G,
We got him out of there.
ever since First Strike included, they have been in the lab, putting in the work, and they're only going to get better as Sean continues to integrate with the team.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Looking at how they play, and as well, being able to show this, and caveat best of ones all you want. Both teams are playing a best of one, right? They were able to show up, and I think this is what Gen G really, really wanted to show when they were going through First Strike. They fell just a little bit short, but it is there, and they are showing that they are one of the best teams.
And
awesome.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's take a look at the kill matrix as well and see if there's any more insight we can kind of get. But I feel as though it's going to have to be very heavily weighted, yeah, absolutely, towards Gen G's side. But more importantly, I mean, wow, Sean, again, time and time again, he was definitely man of the match, it felt like.
Yeah.
His skill was pretty gross. I mean, Golden Boy talked about quite a bit. Seeing somebody slot into a team and still feel comfortable really means that that team is behind them 100%, and that's a great feeling for anybody coming in and seeing something work so quick. The honeymoon phase gets to extend, and sometimes it just becomes the way your team plays. And a lot of people had to play up to or better than Gen G today, it seems.
Confidence is definitely the name of the game, and it's just amazing how much of a difference it can make, especially for this environment. Because like you said, if I go in, I know my team will be there, they have my back. If worst, I mean, you can get a trade out of this. It's also about that intel gathering. Those Sova darts, again, on point. It has been the theme of today. I actually liked the fun trick that the Observer did. Shout out to them, following the dart along. That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new. I believe that's like one of the new features that they added with the
Press
recent
F,
update.
I think.
For the Observer
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, because
chef's kiss.
people tried to do it before, but it just didn't look that good, you know. So like they had to change it up and they had to add a little bit more technicality.
It looked
good.
a little bit too clean, so now you're telling me that I don't get to give this shout out to the Observers.
You know
I
what?
just
No,
have to
no,
press the
give
key.
the shout out to the observers. Shout out to the observers for
No,
killing
they
it today.
still flew. They were still flying though. All the overheads are flies. So when they were moving around. Yeah.
Nice.
We have an issue over there.
Just lots of little highlights from that moment as well, and I'm glad that we actually had pretty much every map today besides Icebox. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, no icebox.
Yeah. Hopefully we get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Golden Boys deep side. Oh. So our production team is quickly, if you're wondering what's going on, they're definitely trying to calculate the rest of the results. I mean, the last that we saw was 100 Thieves versus Time In the middle, 8-4. Sentinels, as we know, beat C9. I didn't manage to catch the other one. So they're still going at the moment. So we're waiting to see, I guess, who's going to come out on top. But we do know that Gen G have definitely so they will be joining us for the play-ins, as well as 100 Thieves. They were pretty safe. Like, they've definitely done it.
Yeah, I believe Gen G, Sentinels, and 100 Thieves are good.
Yeah,
I think we're just waiting on what happens for that second place spot in Group A, because if I'm correct, Time In and Envy are the ones going up for that. So we'll have to see like what ends up happening there. But kind of cool that Time In is like in the discussion and they could potentially make it to tomorrow. They just got to get past the juggernaut that's 100 Thieves. It's going to be a tough one, but
it's
very
easy, right? You make it just sound so easy, Golden Boy. But Rib was talking about Time In as well, and I loved your Reddit voice as well. Give us the Reddit voice, but I mean, you can see why they were invited. I mean, definitely outperforming everyone's expectations on the day, and I think that's kind of a good thing when no one expects anything of you. You just don't have that added pressure heaped up on top.
I mean, I think there is some validity to a lot of the pros or coaches and stuff saying like the transition to Valorant is like there's probably still a little bit more time, but if you have like the pro players that are looking to get on the team right now and do things like if that's happened, but seeing the type of caliber that's coming over, as you said before, man, all of these games that are able to come together and the styles that are created between them.
Everybody!
No! FPS matched with something else.
That's
or
what I said!
It's so fun to see, and things are going to change. I mean, we talked about bans a little bit earlier, very, very lightly.
You'll
but
get
yeah,
much more.
what's going to happen when that comes to fruition? Will there be more Sentinels for our only ciphers to hop onto? So much to change, so much cool stuff.
So
A little
much
bit,
indeed.
bit
But
of
no,
aerobatics
actually, let's
here.
go on. In Oceania, we actually have a team that came together, and their name was Over Palace Strike. I'll let you work out which
Classy,
games that team came
Glassy,
together from.
Beetle.
Golden Boy team.
Doing well, mate.
Yeah,
All right.
wait, Overwatch Paladins and Counter-Strike?
Yes,
Back into
that's
the
it.
game.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
nice.
obviously that just blended their backgrounds, but I thought that was really fun from what Rivington was saying. We do also have our winners interview ready to go. So it's going to be Quinn from Gen G joining us. Hey Quinn, can you hear us?
Yes, what's up?
Awesome. Just wanted to ask you, how are you feeling? I mean, you came into this a little bit of a black sheep. I wouldn't say black sheep, but you came in with more to prove. How do you guys feel?
It feels good, man. We've been working hard for the past month, and finally it's been showing off.
That's awesome to hear. Guys, do you have any questions for Quinn while we've got him?
Yeah.
Quinn, real quick, you know, good to see you, buddy. Firstly, question about the way that you guys play. Like, it feels like you guys are really focusing on going for retakes, letting your opponents play aggressive and right into your hand. Has that been part of the process of you guys just continuing to get into, you know, the workings of like how this roster is going to merge with Sean coming into it? Like, or is that, because I know you guys have merged and changed your styles in the past, but what has Sean's addition brought to the team, and how has that changed the way that you guys play those defensive rounds where you look to play a little bit more passively and allow your opponents to make some mistakes?
I feel like we kind of changed our style of playing with Sean coming in. We have more firepower now, so when we on attack side, let's say when we entry, we feel more confident. You have me going in, and I know that Sean will trade me, and Sean will get an ace or something. He's always gets aces against Sentinels. I mean TSM. How we play, I mean, it depends. It depends on how we're feeling. It depends on how the other team plays. Sometimes we do play like passive, and we do fast retakes. Sometimes we just do full retakes. Sometimes we just fight till death. It really depends on how we're feeling and how the other team plays.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. What was his transition into the team like? Because it seems like everybody is super comfortable playing around him. Usually attack FPS team can take a big hit if you're even changing out one person, but it just seems like everybody gels and you guys love him on the team.
I mean, he fits pretty well because if you guys didn't know, Sean was a Sova main when we picked him up, but we talked as a team, and we our coach said that Sean should be a duelist. The way he plays Sova, he should be a duelist. He takes aim battles, he wins them. He has a good, like a very good aim. So we decided to put him on duelist, and so far it's been doing well, man. He's very consistent. He gets a lot of headshots. He does his job. He clutches a lot of rounds. He gets a lot of multi-frags, and he's just easy to work around with. I don't think it's a hard role to fill if you play a duelist.
Yeah, well, that coach should get a raise. So, well done.
Yeah.
One last question for me. After you guys didn't make it for First Strike, also probably one of the biggest mugs I've ever seen in my life, by the way. After you guys didn't qualify for First Strike, what was the mood like with the squad? I know that you guys were disappointed, but why did you feel like you didn't make it to that next stage, and what did you guys do to address that moving forward as you get ready for the Valorant Champions Tour?
I just think, well, if you guys don't know, we lost by 2 rounds. We almost made the First Strike. We lost in overtime to not against FaZe, so obviously that was one of the most heartbreaking losses, I think, for all of us. Usually when we lose, like, some of us are sad, some of us are like down and stuff, but that one really hit us, you know, me personally too. And I feel like we just kept grinding, we just worked hard. We just never gave up, and we came here to win this tournament and prove everybody wrong that we it's unfortunate that we didn't make First Strike, but we're still like a top team.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Sorry, Manny. I'll tell you what, seeing you guys at this tournament the way you're playing now, and I always say this caveat, the best of ones, people will bring that up and stuff. I wish we saw you at First Strike with what you're bringing to the table. This is really awesome to see. Maybe a final question, unless Vandy has one. There's a lot of time before something else is going to happen. Obviously, you have more games coming in here, but what's the break in between this look like? Is there anything planned for the team?
I don't know if we play tomorrow.
Oh!
So
What the?
Look at who we're playing, maybe watch some VODs from demos, and sleep early and come back tomorrow stronger.
Nice.
I can help you out with that. We do know that 100 Thieves are making it out. We do know that Sentinels are making it out, so we're just waiting to see who's going to be the winner out of Envy versus FaZe. I did get a little bit of an update from the production crew that they're currently tied 10-10. But Quinn, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting us have a winner's interview. I cannot wait to see what you guys achieve in the JBL Quantum Cup, but also for the Champions Tour once it kicks off, because as the boys have said, it was an amazing performance today.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Take care, bud.
Oh, he's just so humble. He's such a delight to talk to as well. Usually when you do play interviews, you know, it's either going to go one of 2 ways. You get yes, no answers, or you get something really insightful and something really interesting. So Quinn just sharing a lot of insight about how Gen G like to play, the preparation leading up. Also the emotional side about how it felt to not qualify for First Strike. So I feel for them, this tournament is definitely, they've got something to prove, and they're definitely doing that.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I think we're going to see Gen G continue to find more success as this tournament continues tomorrow. I believe they come out first, so if I am correct, we'll probably end up facing against, the winner of Envy and Envy or Time In, I think. Envy. Yeah. So that's really, that's going to be a big match. If it is FaZe, that would be a nice solid comeback. So I'm all about that. But them versus Envy would be equally as exciting, because I think Envy is really trying to pick up the pieces with First Strike, and even like what happened today, because that loss was a shocker, I think, to all of us.
I don't think that's Envy.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like it. There's been a few things that, well, especially for me, is expecting, expectation blown out the window, and now I don't know what to expect, but I always find that the most interesting sort of tournament for myself personally. I love being proven wrong. I know most classes don't, but I do have an update as well that focuses on match point, but while we're waiting for that game to conclude so we know our final group standings, this is a plug for you guys in chat. If you've been watching along, if you've wanted one of the headsets that you see in movies from Golden Boy with, now is your chance to get in the draw for it. Hashtag JPL Quantum. And you've got also the chance, if you don't get a headset, there's also plenty of 100 Thieves merchandise up for grabs. So, as we like to say it here, you run it back and you can win some sweet, sweet loot. Look at those RGBs. And as Rubington always points out, you won't get confused with which where you need to have it. So
Right.
that's it. If you've ever had backwards audio where you need enemies coming from the front,
I have gray hair. I know how to play Mars.
Boomer approved by Riv.
Boomer approved. That should be on the table. It's like Skype approved, Discord approved, Boomer approved. Done.
You just get Riv's cheesy little face on it, like. So, while we also got a little bit of time, I suppose, the envy, I wanted to touch on this. I'm saying that the envy that we saw today wasn't the envy that we know. So, I guess the teams like envy, where they've proven themselves in the past, they've had a shocking day there. Even for TSM, where did they go from here? Because they've proven themselves in First Strike. Yes, this tournament might be a little bit more, you know, we can take it a little bit easier, but there's still prize money up for grabs. There's still, again, you don't want to be known as the team that finished second in First Strike and then last in the GM Quantum Cup. When they're like a week, 2 weeks between.
Yeah, it's true. I think there's a thing you always have to remember, though, especially with these guys. I mean, they've been together, they know each other, and that losses will happen, bad losses will happen. And the fix isn't to switch something out all the time, right? A lot of times you can just see that domino effect into never finding any success because you don't have a core. They have a great core. Cores can falter, and as well, volatile best of ones can be the reason that you see that happening. It seems like it was a day where everybody was relying
there
on
he
each
is.
other to kind of check corners, do things, and when you do that, no one's really being the first person to do it. So you're always behind a step, and it just seemed like MD was behind a step today.
I like it. That was an apt description of how it kind of felt. And as you said, Corner's the worst enemy of not just Envy, but also we saw it for TSM here and there. A lot of the other teams that suffered today, it was maybe just the excitement. But I do like that you bring the best of one into question. Yes, both teams are playing that best of one. But if you're a team, maybe, you know, you like to go for the full run of it, right? You're used to more of that best of three format. It can be a bit of a shock coming into something like this, right, Gonboy?
Yeah, well, in the beginning of Valorant, when we were getting our like first bunch of events, and we were doing like, you know, same-day tournaments and stuff, best of ones were kind of the norm for a while, especially when we didn't really have like a deeper map pool. Like we only have 5 maps right now. But, you know, when we had 3 maps, no, we have 4 maps for quite some time. So, I think like there was just kind of a caution that a lot of players have with the best of ones. Everyone, you know, some people like them, some people didn't like them, right? Fans are not all that enthusiastic when it comes to them too. But what is important though is that you have to be on your toes. You have to be able to adapt to those situations. Not every tournament is going to be the same. Not every event
bad
is
luck
gonna
there,
function
Fossil.
the same way as,
You
like,
come
you know,
close,
First
mate.
Strike.
You came close to
So
try and get that one
because of
back.
that, you and I would imagine some of these teams had noticed that they were going to be participating.
We were
in this,
defeated.
but there's no real
Toenails
way to
and
prepare for
all.
best one. You simply just gotta show
Yeah,
up
that's
and
a
play your
good-
game. And
that's a
Echo
good
Riv,
Aussie
right?
setup
Like, teams like
there.
Envy, yeah, they were just a step behind.
Bush Knight
C9,
Cross.
they were incorporating Leaf into their roster for this event. Vice was playing in a new role. Time In was a wild card, right? Dark Horse team, but we had no idea what to expect from them. The list just goes on and on. Even TSM with their struggles, I think, has been quite alarming. And I know that some people are going to be not putting this much stock into it because it's a tournament after First Strike. But you should look at these results and be like, this is there's something to pick away from here. Yeah. So a lot of homework's going to need to be done in our pseudo off season. For our top teams, for the teams that are resting, you know, below in the 5 through 16 area.
We might make this
we
the
have a lot.
last
We have a lot
battle.
ahead, and it's going to be
see how we
a
go.
crazy road.
I
for a
actually
lot
enjoy
of
this.
squads that we have here in the Quantum Cup.
I
even the
actually
teams
do
that didn't
enjoy
make
it.
it to this event.
This is a great
Yeah, I
game.
think it's nice to highlight
All the
teams that
battlefields
didn't
have been good.
necessarily make it,
One
or the
day I'll
wild cards.
finish 'em
because
all.
Often I'm from an underdog region, Oceania.
many games
We're
to
always the
choose
wild
from
card
there.
at any international event, so I know what it feels like. I just have it in me to always cheer for the underdog, for the wild cards. It's just what we do, right? But I like what you were saying about the pseudo off-season and about changes that need to be made or changes that you're trialing. This was a good place to kind of get it all out or to trial a few things here and there. But swapping, you know, we've talked about like the day, right? I want to talk about a little bit of the future because
Oh,
of
they
course, around
promoted
the
me
clock,
again.
we've got,
Okay. Thank you all very
2021,
much.
we've got the Champions League coming up. What do you want to see out of it, Riv? I mean, with
let's
First
see.
Strike, was there anything, I suppose, that really
Well,
worked
we've
for the
lost
format?
one.
Anything that you'd like to see for Valorant players? Because the game's not even a year old yet. It's still very, very young.
Welcome to hell.
Absolutely,
Well,
and I
from my
think
view,
that
what do you reckon?
spells there is more, or that just says there's more talent to be found. And I think the open qualifiers of having people come
And
in,
let's
show us Moon
fly with
Raccoons,
me, come
show us our
fly, come
slimy
fly
booger men,
today.
and all those teams that can start to top the charts and really make an impact. Otherwise, we would not know about them. We would know about TSM, FaZe, Envy, Sentinels, and 100 Thieves and those teams, right? Gen G, because of their big names. But now that we have these squads coming in who aren't even picked up by organizations yet, toppling tier 2 in these tournaments, it definitely shows that the future is very, very bright for what we're doing.
I love that. I really do. I love a bright future, but thank you for all your patience because I can tell you what the future, I can tell you what today is going to look like. Let's bring up our group standings. You can see how the day played out. The match versus Envy and FaZe is over, and FaZe were on top of this. So you can see out of Group A and Group B who qualified. 100 Thieves, Gen G, Sentinels, and FaZe Clan managed to just pit Team Envy at the post.
What a swerve. I did not see that one happening.
They phased in.
Ooh, wait a minute though.
What?
That means that we are gonna get, oh yeah, we're gonna get Gen G FaZe in.
Yeah, we're going to get a Gen G
Yeah,
FaZe.
1-2, yeah.
Oh man, this is good. Yeah, that's the run back. It really is. Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be a good one. And I think like we can look at the VODs and you know that Gen G are coming over those VODs either for like, you know, ways they can do certain things. Yeah. This is going to be very, very interesting. And we're getting 100 Thieves Sentinels, which, oh man, that could also be another banger of a game. Like who knows? Because Sentinels are playing insane at this moment.
They are. They're out of their world. I can't wait.
These two series are probably going overtime in at least one of the maps. I like these squads. Those are good.
I hope so. I think we have a very, very stacked roster coming up for tomorrow. But, I mean, with all good things, they have to come to an end. Thank you both to my amazing casters, so Rivington and Golden Boy. Rivington won't be joining us tomorrow, unfortunately. He'll be replaced by Puckett. So look forward to that. But thank you so much for your insight, your commentary, your laughs, and your amazing bands. Aussie certified bands.
And it's his birthday.
Is it?
It's his birthday today.
Actually.
Happy birthday, Riv.
Happy birthday, Riv! From myself, and also from anyone watching the JBL Quantum Cup. This is your time not to spam hashtag JBL Quantum, but happy birthday, Riv. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. We have the play-ins to look forward to. We saw your top 4. So look forward to that. Same place, same time. So we'll bring you plenty more Valorant action. Of course, the JBL tournament, or the JBL Quantum Cup, is 3 tournaments, 3 days, and 3 ways to win. So looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. My name was Danny, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.
Oh, couldn't get that. Got loaded quick enough. Oh. We've got air support. Air support on A. We need air support on A. Oh, what the?
The sounds
What
of
the?
victory.
Ooh, what the? Ooh, oh, what?
JBL Quantum Gaming.
What's he breakdancing over there?
The first time you sit down, it is loud. There are fans screaming and chanting, drowning out the call-outs from your teammates. I mean, you are not in Kansas anymore. We're in the finals, trying to find the last player, finally take
Need
them
to
out.
take an
People are
objective.
screaming, but I can't hear a word they're saying. I felt like I'm underwater. All this self-doubt that I had just seemed like it was washed away by the tide. Listening to myself, I feel like there's a soundtrack in my head through every step of my career.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Jans, and this is my JBL pregame ritual.
Oh!
Because Z's
I've been
people
snowbound.
catch L's. Chris, come, make everything sound better. Knock, knock.
Objective Amy is now ours.
Pre-game hype is key. Set the vibes and get your game face on.
Ich habe ein Geschenk für Sie.
Let's get it.
Hi everyone, it's Brooklyn. I'm super excited to be partnering with JBL this year as part of the launch of the JBL Quantum gaming headsets. I've been using this pair of JBL Quantum ones since about April, and the active noise cancellation is super impressive, especially with Nadeshot next door yelling all day long. The JBL Quantum Cup is just the beginning for JBL, so keep an eye out for more, and good luck to all the amazing competitors from around the world.
Oh, but right where. Very, very good ambush.
Objective Bertha has been lost.
Also, I should note that this tool will open unique dialogue options you might not know. Now, a layer down from your attributes are your perks. Perks are things like varying capacity, weapons,
We have taken objective Taser.
stealth. You have difficult choices to make about which you level into, and some require you level 20 attribute. So before you go down a path, we recommend thinking about your play style and building towards it, as we can make an entirely new video just about leveling. One of the more nuanced items is that
Oh, right in front of me!
to access your phone, hold down on the
Right in front of the old fossil.
you'll need to respond to. The game has a ton of side missions, gigs, and cars to acquire, but if you choose to mainline the story, you technically can in around 20 minutes of game time. The game does have a point of no return that will pop up, letting you know before you hit this game, so you can power through and see what happens at lower completion rates, or get them all up to 100%, which has been said to take closer to 175 hours. Float not just for looks. There's an armor system attached to each piece you wear and a mod system. Mods will increase things like crit damage. Choose which clothing you mod carefully as the mod will remain attached, where it will be destroyed and replaced. Guns come in 3 different variations. There are power rockets, charged up to release a single powerful shot, and smart weapons that lock on and hone into a target with self-guided bullets. Those smart weapons will require a smart weapon mod. About your cyberware system, I can't stress this enough.
We have taken
Do not sleep
objective
on
Dora.
upgrading. You can do this at any Ripper dock, which are seen on the map as this icon. The reason I say this is because your base RAM is what you use to hack your opponents. Buffer size gives you more attempts to complete your hacking minigame, and slots allow you to add mods to your cyber deck and give you even more options in combat. This is also where you can install things like double jump, smart weapons, or gorilla arms for super strong punches, and the ability to rip turrets from your base. Get your first taste of some freebies by doing the gift mission. The game is quite generous with autosave, so if you ever make a mistake, don't worry too much about it. You should have a nearby save that if you are a hoarder of weapons and trinkets, you'll want to use the game's storage system. This can be found in your apartment or on your car or bike at any time. So, because I know you're going to ask, if you're looking for a more adult encounter, visit the Joy Toys in Westbrook near Japantown.
Hey, you looking for some company tonight?
These people you can interact with have thin white lines and their You'll sometimes get freaked out when you walk around with a gun or your fists out, so while it's not clearly said, you can quickly double tap C on PC, Y on Xbox, or triangle on PS5 to put your weapon away before you put people on edge. Anyway, those are 11 spoiler-free tips to get you started and hopefully answer a few of the questions you may have early on in the game. Cyberpunk 2077 so be sure to keep it on IGN for all your cyber.
Wasn't meant to survive that one.
We can still turn this around.
Leveling in Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the key things you'll want to focus on because it's how you unlock some of the best enhancements for the game. I'm going to go over several of the systems you'll be leveling up and giving you some tips on how to do it quickly. So there's several different areas you'll want to focus on leveling during Cyberpunk. There is your overall level that unlocks an attribute point for each level you achieve. Attribute points can be slotted into body, reflexes, technical ability, intelligence, and tools. We recommend starting with the technical ability and intelligence early on, as it lets you get into computers or open doors faster. Body will also let you close open doors from time to time with raw strength. So then there's the perk system in the game, and this is where you can make your character really strong. These are passive bonuses to your overall attack, DPS, etc. Once you dive into a subcategory, you can see what you've been using the most on the lower left portion of the screen or on the main page when you hover over each. So if you're using hacking a lot, you could buff it up a bit with a few perks in Breach Protocol or Quick Hacking. Or maybe you'll choose to flesh out one of the other categories and put a little bit more work in. There are some really powerful perks for each of the playstyles also. Once you've decided you want to play a certain way, you'll need to hit rank 20 with the attribute path to unlock the perks at the far end of the progression tree. Read closely on each though as you plan for what you'll level, as some require you to have a high level in a clerk subtree, and some require level 20 and save the attribute. While we're in the crafting tree, by the way, you'll have to choose carefully about auto-dismantling junk, as some of that junk sells for a good price. However, if you plan on building things yourself, it shouldn't be an issue, because you'll still get the components quickly. So to level up each of these, the good news is that you're going to be constantly getting experience points for any activity you do in the game. And I mean anything. Want to level up running? Run around a lot. Got a stealth execution? That's an easy 250 street cred experience. Want to work on your melee skills? Use melee weapons. So you're going to be off to a good start as long as you keep playing the way you most enjoy. Street cred is really important because you need it to unlock certain things, by the way, so pay attention to it. Some of the fastest experience gains we found were simply from completing assaults that are in progress or taking on the organized
couldn't get me in missions. time, mate.
Get
Sorry
a few
about
of those
that.
250 XP stealth kills along the way if you'd like to level up fast. So for your overall level, it's just going to be slow going. Your attribute points are like gold. Choose how you spend them wisely. I hope that helped you plan a little bit better about how you're going to handle your playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. But if you still need help, be sure to check out IGN.com/wikis for more. For all things gaming right here on IGN.
Oh, what?
Good show. Objective Anton taken.
What? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Ripper Docs are one
I'm
of the
going
most
crazy.
important characters you can visit in the game, regardless of which playstyle you build your character towards. They have benefits for combat-focused characters and stealth-focused playthroughs, or any of the attributes really, and open up one more opportunity to make some easy cash. Here's everything you need to know about Ripper Docs, and today I'll be showing off a few of the cooler items you can unlock with some spoiler-free goons I found in the open world who will make them perfect. These guys are about to have a real bad day. Okay, so the first component we'll look at is the operating system. This is what will allow you to stop them from using their weapons, reveal other opponents, or you can also just fry their brains if you have them right on modification.
No, I should have stayed. I had to go inside the mic, and look what happened.
Status effect items you'll put on your enemies, or
Bullet
execute
fodder.
attacks on machines. The buffer size is crucial as it'll give you more opportunities to be successful in the game's mini hacking game, making for more easily distracted or weaker enemies who have attack. Some legendary components give you insane powers, but you'll need to build these specific. Someday I'll hit that 18 body. To equip mods to your operating system, go to your inventory and access your Cyberware. There you can select the OS you have applied and equip the mods you prefer in each slot. Some mods we unlocked include Synapse Burnout, which deals damage to hurt opponents, Weapon Glitch, which burns out weapons, Reboot Optics, which is phenomenal if you play stealth, Ping, which gives you more situational awareness by highlighting other enemies or hackable items, and Short Circuit, which is an old movie about a robot named Johnny Five who is alive. Just kidding, it blows up robots.
What?
Sorry,
Stay
John.
back a bit further, Fossil,
Your
instead
OS
of
or
trying to
any of the
lead
mods
the
you
attack.
order, you'll need to hit up your local Ripper Doc.
Excellent. Let's do this.
From left to right, let's go over each of the systems commands on your side. First up, your frontal cortex. This has passive chance, critical hit damage, or damage to a specific type. If you can afford it and are at an appropriate level, it's a great passive boost no matter who you play. Your ocular implant is what you can use to scan everything in a given area. With some mods, you can start stacking its critical hit chance and
He was a tricky
areas, as well as offense. Your circulatory system enhances passive powers like this micro-generator, which will release an electroshock that deals damage equal to 20% of the target enemy's max health, and you can have 3 of these equipped at once. Some others we've found increase health regen outside of combat, stamina regen, or breach time. Immune system is another area of passive benefits. We have Shock and Awe that has a chance to use electroshock damage, nearby damage, or general resistance buffs. The nervous system has some very interesting items like Reflex Tuner that will slow time when detected, or your health drops below 25%, or a Neofiber that will increase evasion by 6%. Your integumentary system, I don't know how to say that word, but anyway, it's what will enhance your armor or skin to be stronger. Your skeleton will increase your carrying capacity or your stamina. Your hands are one of your more important items, because you can either have a tattoo that's sort of goofy, or you can have something that allows you to utilize smart targeting on smart weapons. Smart weapons are those guns that pinpoint a spot on your opponent and proceed to turn on easy aim mode, as every bullet will hit a specific location, aka easy headshots for days. If you don't think you like that mod, you could also do something like increase ricochet shots with power weapons and help improve your targeting options. Arms are another important area, as you could have gorilla arms that deal extra physical damage, great for boxing units, but also great for adding the ability to rip turrets from their bases. Or maybe you prefer having a projectile launcher on hand, literally at all times. Of course, you can always go for the classic Mantis blades and slice and dice everyone and make you look almost as cool as that character from the original Cyberpunk 2077 teaser. And while leg mods that we found are expensive, this is how you unlock double jump or a power jump that'll let you reach new heights in the situation. No matter what your playstyle is, visit your local Ripper Doc. The game will take you to one organically through story progression, but don't forget this essentially important upgrade during your entire playthrough. Want to know where all the best mods are? Stay tuned to IGN.com or head over to our wiki at IGN.com/wikis for a list of the best of the best. Of course, for more on all things gaming, keep your ocular system locked right here on IGN.
Go on, kid.
Weapons in Cyberpunk are mostly straightforward. There are a few
Oh, where was he? Ah!
shotguns, assault rifles, and pistols, but where they get really interesting is within their type. I'm going to go over
We've
everything you need
lost
to know
the
about weapons
objective,
right now.
Dover.
So the categories each weapon falls into are as follows. Power weapons are what you'd expect. Lots of DPS, but the bullet can also ricochet off of surfaces. These weapons will usually have several mod slots to make them more interesting, but also passive bonuses like thermal damage or headshot damage multipliers. All weapons have those passive bonuses though, so pay attention to the type first. Next up, let's talk about tech weaponry. These are guns that charge up only to release a more powerful shot. Tech weapons can also be fired rapidly if you don't have time to charge up a shot in the heat of battle. Keep an eye on those sub-perks in this category, as I've found that the tech weapons I've discovered have a little extra kick because of these. Maybe I've just... Finally, the fanciest of the bunch, smart weapons. Smart weapons require a Ripperdoc installed smart link on your hands. These smart links will allow your weapon to be transformed into a headshot counting machine. Just a little dot that appears on your opponent and fire away. Even if you're shooting around a corner, all of your bullets will find their mark. There's also a ton of melee weapons to choose from. These include gold-plated baseball bats, hammers, or katanas that you can use to dispatch your enemies during crimes in progress. The most important thing to know is what to take into battle. For example, I tried to mix and match a few weapons with a power weapon in this next encounter. The shotgun sets them ablaze, while the assault rifle finishes them off. Of course, my Widowmaker is always trustworthy in a fight, adding chemical damage into the mix.
It's all over. We've been defeated.
Earlier, I fought some flying robots, and I started
Might call
off
it the
by
end there
using
to this
my
one. I've had a
overloaded
great
ability on my
time.
cyber deck.
That wasn't
Then
bad.
I
It was
used
only
electrical
3
weapons
hours,
to
so
finish them off.
it's not bad for the
Ensure
old
you're using
fossil.
everything together for the best
I'd like to thank you
fire
all for
rate
watching.
results.
Hope you have a great
That's
life.
just a quick look at a few of the weapons at your disposal.
Hope to see you again
inside
real
Cyberpunk
soon.
2077,
Not today though. I
but
think
there
that
are
will
a
do
ton
me.
more. So find
So
whatever you
probably be
prefer
back
for
for
your
about an hour
playstyle.
stream
Be sure to
Monday
keep
to
on
Friday.
IGN.
Let's see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Major Fossil and all